Combine live August 29 to 31, 10:30 a.m. at the Activity Center, Ayala Mall Circuit, Makati. Admission is free.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the SIBOL National Pool Combine here at Ayala Mall Circuit, Makati. My name is Gigi Easy.
And I'm Carla Lazardo.
Yes, and we are your host.
Your hosts.
Ayan, so, tapos na yun natin, AOV.
Yes.
Alright, so, nakita mo ba yung gameplay? Medyo, mas marami siyang nagagawa, mas marami kang makikita sa map compared dun sa, well, of course, you can't help but see na ML, di ba? Pero naglaro, you played Mobile Legends before, right?
I do, and it was a lot of fun to watch the AOV games. Nakita natin dikit na dikit. They actually had to move down to continue their series dahil nga walang gustong magpatalo. And it was a nice mix of really some of the most dominant players here in the country, pati na rin yung mga up-and-coming eSports athletes. So it was nice to kind of mix the teams up, see how they work together as well.
Itong dalawang team na to na nakasali sa yung mga invited, talagang lagi sila yung naglalaban kapag yung mga tournaments natin ng AOV. And makikita mo naman talagang back and forth ang nangyayaring labanan natin, walang sumusuko. Siyempre lahat gusto magkaroon ng spot sa ating national team for the SEA Games.
And of course, unang laro pa lang yan dito sa Day 2 ng ating SIBOL National Pool Combine. And up next is really the game that put the Philippines on the map of eSports.
Yes, oo naman. Dota 2. Now Carla, eto, Dota 2 is, syempre PC yan. It's really different from our mobile or MOBA na sinasabi nga natin. And alam natin, mas ano siya, paano ba sabihin?
Mas complicated.
Well, yeah, true, of course. Kasi ang daming pwedeng mangyari, ang daming mong pwedeng gawin sa Dota 2. And kakatapos lang nung pinakamalaking tournament ng Dota 2, which was the Internationals. Nakita mo ba yun?
Napanood ko yan.
Oo naman. Kita mo naman yung nanalo doon. OG, di ba? Oh my God. Pero kayang-kaya rin ng mga players natin yan dito.
That's right. And they are ready. Actually, kanina pa sila nagwa-warm up at handang-handa na silang ipakita ang kanilang skills. Of course, this is a tryout/training. Itong combine na to from all of the top esports athletes here in the country. Kaya naman, it's really a lot of gaming action that is going on dito sa Ayala Malls Circuit, Makati. So if you guys are in the area, kung nanonood kayo sa live stream, pumunta na kayo dito, samahan nyo kami at panuorin natin at suportahan ang Team SIBOL.
At nakaka-enjoy kaya manood ng live. Makikita mo talaga yung mga players natin na mga reaction nila. Now, ngayon, Dota 2, I remember playing this before sa mga computer shops pa lang. Hindi pa masyado uso yung mga competitions. Or hindi lang kasi ako nakakasali kasi
wala pa ng panahon.
Wala pa. Dota 1 pa lang, naglalaro na ako sa mga shop. Sinusundo ko ng nanay ko doon. May kasama pang walis. So ito na nga. Hindi ko alam kung sinusundo rin ito ng mga magulang nila sa mga computer shop. Tanungin natin, maybe, ang ating mga casters, si Midnight and si Mr. Fitness of Esports, Wolf.
Thank you so much, RJ and Carla. Okay, dalawang bagay. Ikaw, Midnight, sinusundo ka nga ba talaga ng iyong parents?
Alam mo, Kuya Bull, ako kasi nagpapaalam ako pag maglalaro.
Perfect.
So, hindi ako sinusundo kasi umuwi ako mag-isa.
Yeah, tama. Actually, ganun din naman. Parang, pag tamang paalam naman, papayagan ka naman.
Yeah, lalo pag honest ka naman eh.
Kailangan mo lang maging honest.
Sabi mo lang, ma, dudurugin lang ako ng mga kaklase ko, di ba? Uwi ako ng 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Madali usapan.
Perfect. Now, this is Dota 2, the biggest probably, or actually, there was a time na tinatawag nga ang Pilipinas na Dota country.
Yeah.
Sa mga pinakasikat na esports titles. For sure, sa buong Southeast Asian games, since we have 6 games already, meron ng mga iba pang mga highlight games. Like for example, ML, sobrang laki na nga dito. Dating StarCraft din, one of the biggest here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And now, syempre, in terms of PC gaming, Dota 2 talaga ang paborito ng mga kids of all ages.
Tsaka the thing about Dota is parang hindi naman talaga siya nag-stagnate. Yes, sinabi natin na yung audience, they quite shifted to the Mobile Legends. The thing is, magkaibang platform yun. Cellphone tsaka computer, iba hawak mo.
Iba naman.
Yung mga Mobile Legends players at the same time, naglalaro pa rin naman ng Dota.
So now you will be watching the Dota 2, the first set of matches para sa Dota 2 ng SIBOL National Pool Combine. And dito nga natin makikita kung sino yung mga top players na pipiliin eventually para sa Team SIBOL.
Yep.
This is, by the way, brought to us by our by our partner Razer, and syempre sa official broadcast partners natin, TV5 and Signal, and Mountain Dew, the official game fuel ng Team SIBOL. Midnight, dito na. Paki-explain, paano ba yung mangyayari ngayon? Meron ba tayong parang tournament style or talagang papanoorin na muna natin sila na maglaban-laban?
Papanoorin natin sila mag-practice. It's called the Scrim. Practice sila dito. Kasi the thing about Dota is, inaano nila dito yung timpla ng mga teams.
Yeah.
Medyo iba to sa kasi sa ibang games na parang kailangan yung players talaga tinitigan mo. This time, Dota kasi is more strategic team talaga.
Yeah. Well,
gameplay ng isang team.
Yeah. I wanna expound on that. But before that kasi, yung mga teams natin, pakita na natin. Players pala. We have our players now. They have, I think, five each team. Now we have, if I'm not mistaken, 10 ang nasa pool natin total. And then we will develop a team of at most 7 players.
Yeah. And
for
yung
Team SIBOL.
dalawang team natin dito, ayan, makikita nyo on your screens, it is the team Signal Ultra. Ayan, they're
Signal
composed
Ultra.
of Aries, Pio, Grims,
Hindi na tayo pinanong.
Oo nga.
Pero anyways, they will be playing up against as well Team Adroit.
Yeah.
Well, the players of Team Adroit, hindi yun yung dadalhin nilang teams. However, sa ngayon, it's, sabihin na natin ginroup sila accordingly, but eventually kasi magmi-mix-mix pa rin sila.
Yeah.
So, as I've asked, hindi ito talaga normal na laro-laro lang against each other. It's not even a tournament. This is the combine, meaning to say they will be battling it up against each other in a way na, yes, rehearsal siya, pero at the same time, audition mo rin siya, technically speaking.
Kaya parang sinabi natin, it's quite the practice. Kasi for the teams, they're not showcasing of course, pinapakita nila dito yung mindset nila para manalo ng game, yung strategic gameplays, pero they're showcasing themselves as individual talents.
So parang ito nga, technically audition nga, siguro layman's term na lang natin para sa mga viewers natin dyan na hindi masyadong naiintindihan ko ano nangyayari dito sa Combine. Technically, it's their rehearsal. Yeah. It's their audition. So, now ang question is, ano ba yung kailangan nating tignan? Kasi hindi naman pwedeng ikaw lang yung best player in the Philippines for a specific role. Kasi if you don't know guys, Dota 2 merong 5 roles yan. From the carry to mid laner, off lane, and then the supports. Hindi lang enough na ikaw yung pinakamagaling sa position na yon. Kailangan meron ka rin ibang pinapakita para ikaw yung ma-represent. Yeah. Siguro ito na yung long discussion natin, Kuya Midnight. Ano ba ang kailangan nating tignan para masabi natin na qualified ang isang player para i-represent ang Pilipinas?
I have 2 things at the top of my mind. Yung pinaka-importanting bagay talaga sa Dota. Number 1, it's your ability to draft.
Ability to draft, okay.
Dota is a heavily strategic game na if you're gonna compare to other MOBA titles, ito talaga yung game na kapag natalo ka sa isang draft, talagang sobrang late ang chance mong manalo.
Marami yata mga galit sa inyo.
Marami talaga magagalit sa akin.
Pero okay lang yan. Actually, you did say na strategy heavy ang Dota 2. You also mentioned about the draft. Draft is the first and initial part of any professional match kung saan pipili nga sila ng mga heroes out of a certain pool. Yeah. And I agree with you. Doon pa lang sa draft, may panalo at talo na kagad.
Yeah. Kasi dito sa game nyo mapapansin na parang may lamang talaga, may pinagkaiba. Kapag may dalawang draft, na supposed to be may isang draft na talagang lamang in terms of this certain aspect in the game, and itong draft na to, hindi niya kayang labanan yung aspect na yon, talagang makikita mo ang laki ng butas ng draft.
Yes. So, nagkaroon agad ng weakness and strengths ang isang team just basing on the draft itself. Yeah. But now, I want to expound. You mentioned ability to draft. How does that translate into being a player? Is it that kailangan lang mataas ba yung hero pool mo? Or is it that kailangan may mastery ka rin? Can you further explain what is the ability to draft na aspect ng laro na to?
Ability to draft is yung mindset mo on how you how you approach the game. Okay. For example, if you see this kind of lineup, alam mo may mga certain na sagot. At the same time, you're taking into account kung ano yung playstyle or yung flavor ng team nyo. So dun papasok yung second thing na sinasabi ko kanina na after draft, it's your ability to execute the draft. So, dun mo gubago yung kunwari, itong draft na to, ito yung mga specific counters. Okay. Pero yung team nyo, ito yung chemistry, ito yung certain playstyle, ito yung strategy na matagal nyo na pinapractice. How does it fit to those specific counters?
Yeah. Actually, syempre, we can always say the draft wins games, pero syempre, execution pa rin naman talaga ang kailangan nyong i-perfect. Well, you may have the good draft like we have right now, pero kung hindi mo siya kayang execute, wala rin. We've seen in the past, kahit sa mga international tournaments, kahit mismo sa The International, kapag maganda yung draft nila, natatalo pa rin sila just because of poor execution.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, hopping into the draft. First stage of a professional Dota game. Mga chong, SIBOL pula laban sa SIBOL Asul. Ang nakikita nyo ngayon is medyo may tag na nga yung per team kasi magkakasama sila. So Signal Ultra, the players originally from Signal Ultra on their first match dito sa ating stage, playing for SIBOL pula. SIBOL Asul naman is a droid. Midnight. First set of bans and picks, ano yung pwede nating makita dito?
They're just eliminating the meta heroes dito, Alchemist and Ayo. Those two specifically ruined the entire international scene. Kasi parang sinasabi natin na yung meta nagiging, hindi na siya nagiging dull. Kumbaga nagkakaroon na ng maraming variety yung meta natin. Pero nung pumasok tong dalawang hero sa pool na to, naramdaman na ng mga players natin na parang ito na naman tayo. Ito na naman yung dalawang heroes na gusto natin. And come along, the Tiny din as well. The Faceless Void actually was opened up in the international scene kasi yung combination ng Tiny plus Faceless Void, it's not just because of the Chronosphere tsaka yung 3 volley pagdating na late game, the scary part of the draft is during the early game. Wala kang pang shutdown ng Faceless Void just because of the fact na kapag hindi mo na shutdown yung Tiny, hindi mo pwedeng tignan yung Faceless Void. Kasi there's a roaming Earth Giant. 20 minutes in, may Blink Dagger, Echo Saber, lahat ng target na makita niya mamamatay. Yeah,
the burst potential is real and we know na having that burst in the mid-game, pag mayroon kang chance sa kapag -1 ang kalaban, napakalaking factor ganun because you can take the fights afterwards. Speaking of the meta picks, nakikita natin ngayon, it's Elder Titan, isa rin sa mga most banned yan na heroes doon sa The International, the most recent big tournament that we saw. Ogre Magi as well, isa siya sa pinaka-topic din dyan. And outside of the Dota 2 game, by the way guys, we really invite you to go here sa Ayala Malls Circuit, Makati. Libre po ang admission, open to the public. You can see the best in the business, best in the country pagdating sa kahit anong mga esports titles. Parang alam mo, Midnight, kung isipin, para tayo nasa All-Star Weekend ng esports
Nakalibre pa yun.
Nakalibre pa kayo. So guys, we really invite you now. Let's get back into the draft dito. We can see Mirana from SIBOL pula. Draw Ranger though, isang hero na hindi masyadong successful in the previous meta. Ano kaya nakikita dito ng team SIBOL Asul?
Meron kasing pamprotekta ng laning stage. That's the only problem with the Draw Ranger. Its laning stage is very weak. Pero if you pair it up with an Elder Titan that bullies heavily the off-lane, na mag-isa lang siya, kasi kumukuha siya ng damage from the stacks ng neutral camp. So the thing about this lineup is you provide the slow with the Frost Arrows from the Draw Ranger, then hahabulin lang ni Elder Titan kung sino man yung gusto lumapit at kumontest sa lane ni Draw Ranger. So essentially, for SIBOL Asul, this Draw Ranger will have a very good lane. At the same time, pwede mo pang i-pair up with a lot of range heroes na nasa meta rin natin. Actually, Visage is one of the sleeper heroes ng ating meta.
Na nakita natin din during the international in quite a few success. I'm not really convinced nga lang about Elder Titan and Draw Ranger together kasi parang sabihin na natin pares halos lang ng ginagawa yung kanilang mga passives if you think about it. So parang if you're looking for
medyo redundant.
Well, redundant nga actually talaga yung natural order and the marksmanship in terms of dealing with heroes. So alam mo yun, parang counterproductive. At the very least yun nga, meron kang stacks potential from Elder Titan dahil sobrang dali mag-stacks using the Astral Spirit. Astral.
Actually, yung ultimate ni Draw Ranger, I think tinanggal yung yung piercing armor niya. So talagang mag-work yung natural order. Pero hindi siya ganun kataas effect.
Not the best effect. Redundant pa rin na sense. Pero let's actually not dwell dun sa topic na yun. Kasi ang nakikita ko ngayon sa SIBOL pula, they are actually drafting accordingly laban sa Android. Kung mapapansin nyo dito, yung push potential ng SIBOL Asul courtesy of the minion strategy or the army strategy courtesy of Chen and Enchantress na ba na end itong ating Enigma.
For SIBOL pula, this is actually one of the strongest lanes, yung Ogre Magi and Mirana. Kasi the thing about Ogre Magi, kapag off-lane yan, it's very hard to shut him down. Number one, because of all godly stats na meron siya. Taas ng armor, taas ng HP, taas din ng HP regen, and decent movement speed. So, if you're Elder Titan, medyo mahirap din makipag 1v1 against Ogre Magi. And kapag tumama yung Ignite, then yung stun, yung Ogre Magi, yung Fire Blast, may sure setup ka ng araw.
Napakadali at sobrang reliable para sa SIBOL pula. also want to mention na almost, actually wala yata nakakatalo sa isang Ogre Magi in terms of trading. Kung talagang palitan lang. Timbersaw, yes. Well, he does not lose against Ogre. He does not win either.
Pero he doesn't care.
Pero wala naman sila parehas.
Kasi si Ogre Magi, the thing about his laning stage is meron siyang nag-iisang win condition para manalo niya yung lane na siya lang yung meron nun. Pag umabot siya ng level 6, panalo na siya.
Si Timbersaw.
Si Ogre Magi. I don't care if patayin mo ako 4 na beses. Pag umabot ako ng level 6, as long as I get the multicast and ma-farm ko yung Midas, wala akong pakialam kung ano nangyari sa laning stage. Past is past, panalo pa rin ako.
It's rarely gonna die. Now, Winter Wyvern. Isang magandang hero sagot sa general strategy ng Drow Ranger lineups. Because Drow Ranger lineups, sagana sila sa physical damage, sagana sa attack speed, and syempre Winter Wyvern with a Cold Embrace into a Winter's Curse. Sobrang sulit.
That's been an open book na for quite some time. I think for 2 years na. Yung Winter Wyvern against the Drow Ranger. Actually, yung sa Philippines, medyo ignorante tayo dyan yung sa Drow Ranger, Winter Wyvern. But then suddenly, the top team started adapted the meta. Kasi the thing about Winter Wyvern is it stops the push of Drow Ranger. Although nakakapag-farm na pa rin naman, wala kang pang-invade ng triangle camp ng Drow Ranger. Pero at the very least, you have this hero na kapag umabot ka sa timing na may Adrian sa Winter Wyvern, bawal mong dikitan yung Drow Ranger.
Bawal. Yeah. Well, Bristleback na ban, by the way, from SIBOL pula, na Faceless Void, SIBOL Azul. Faceless Void, a hero na late into the TI meta siya nag-rise because of all of a sudden yung mga teams, bigla nila sila pinapili. Dahil nga naman sa long tournament, counter of a counter. And nakita natin yung kanyang potential dun sa TI. We'll talk about, however, Tidehunter. Feeling ko parang pwede ito sa lineup sana ng SIBOL pula, but because they are considering yung Ogre Magi na offlane dito. Offlane. They hinayaan nila si Tidehunter and SIBOL Azul. Nakakuha sila nito ng Tidehunter. Napakalakas na hero.
Very scary to for SIBOL pula. Exactly. At this point, you need to think about 2 heroes. Wind Ranger and the DOD. OD is really good in your lineup. Kasi meron kang setup again for the arrow with the banish ni OD. At the same time, you counter the Tidehunter. Kahit pa sabihin natin sobrang kunat nitong isdang to, matutunan talaga siya sa right clicks ng pure damage ni OD. And the thing is, kapag hindi mo pinik yung OD in this phase, you will be forced out to choose on the last phase. Isa na lang yung ban ng SIBOL pula dito. And SIBOL Azul, they can bait out a lot of heroes. And remember, yung dalawang heroes na yun, although top priority, hindi lang yun yung option ng SIBOL Azul.
It's gonna be scary. For SIBOL pula, are they considering core Timbersaw dito? Since there's a lot of setup, pwede ka makapag-race with Chakram, and also you have a good answer to the Tidehunter. Wala ka rin problema sa physical damage ng Drow, unless of course dumating na yung point na may Elder Titan na.
I don't think you actually demand the Timbersaw pick here for SIBOL pala. You need to at least see one more matchup na pwede mong lanean. Kasi the thing about is, kapag pinik mo yung Timbersaw dito, magpipick ng OD yung SIBOL Azul. Again, you have to worry about the hero for pula.
Or
Dire team pick.
Something scares them. Of course, Lark. Of course. Isang napakaganda. Kung hindi mo siya total counter laban sa isang Tide, it's a very good answer. Napakaganda niya laban sa isang Drow Ranger as well. Lalo na pag nasaktuhan mo yung... Pag maganda yung timing mo with your pounds, kapag wala nang gush or anything na positioning ang Drow. And SIBOL Azul, they're gonna go with all-in siege dito.
Yeah.
With the less rock Drow.
I would say
I'd like it.
Yeah, I would say this Lord actually remedied their situation na wala silang pang-invade sa Drow Ranger. Pero suddenly, there was bigla nagkaroon ng Leshrac. Ang laking problema to para kay Stark. Even though you want to lane against the Tidehunter, come the mid-game, sabihin natin may level 7 na yung Stark mo naka-Midas na. It's very hard to invade SIBOL Azul kasi this Leshrac will always force you to defend. Yes, you have a Winter Wyvern, pero at the very least, nabibigyan nila ng space sa Drow Ranger.
And Leshrac, I really like this a lot. Kasi yung meron ka pang Winter Wyvern factor from SIBOL pula, and Leshrac tears through that. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-Golden Press dito mula sa SIBOL pula dahil for sure, masasaya ka. And what a closer mula sa SIBOL Azul. Silencer, you were talking about the draft, the art of drafting kanina, Mr. Midnight. Are you satisfied with what SIBOL as well as have shown us?
From the laning stage to the team fights, this Lark will have a terrible game. Kasi imagine mo, meron kang right click from the silencer na medyo masakit at the same time, that's the draw creep aggro. So yung laning ni Lark dito talagang masakit na. Even though kayang-kaya niyang labanan yung Tidehunter, come the mid-game team fights, anong sagot nila sa Ravage Global Silence?
BKB.
Pero tagal nun.
I don't know the answer to the question kasi well, it's because napakahirap nga naman. I think that almost surely, para sa SIBOL Pula, you always want to avoid the team fights as much as possible. Try to disengage. Siguro maghintay ka dun sa point na sobrang farm na ka ni Nando, wherein, we know Nando. So, very good farmer in a sense. And nakita natin sa kanya mga performance in previous tournaments here in the Philippines na reliable naman talaga na carry si Nando. But as Lark, it's really good against Tidehunter, but not against this Silencer and Leshrac lineup. Sama mo pa ng draw na mag-push. So, kailangan dito ng next level na stall, I would say, ng team SIBOL Pula.
I would say superior map movements, yun yung kailangan nila. Kasi the thing is, after the laning stage, they need to make a lot of plays para lang masagutan nila yung pressure na pwedeng dalhin ng lineup ng SIBOL Azul. Kasi the thing is, if they know the timings for SIBOL Azul, you have the Ravage and you have the pushing capability from the Leshrac, non-stop to. Wala silang hinihintay.
Yeah, and it's gonna be scary. Pero then again, it's still a draft. Tingnan natin kung magkaroon ng changes dun sa mismo execution as we now hop into the map. Ito na nga ating first game of today's set of games. Nandito sa side ng Pula, SIBOL Pula. Ayan si Aries, ang ating Mirana. It's gonna be Kim Elizabeth on the Queen of Pain. Nando sa kanyang Slark Grims, sa kanyang Winter Wyvern, and it's Van on the offlane Ogre Magi.
And sa side naman ng SIBOL Azul, you have Boomy sa kanyang Silencer, Mac as the Leshrac, Bok using the Tidehunter, CML with the Elder Titan, and Natsumi as the Drow Ranger.
Yeah.
Alam mo, gusto ko lang sabihin, napakalupit ang transition natin kanina.
Oo naman. Grabe.
Oo,
may
sobrang
zoom in.
next level.
The next level.
Yeah. And looking at the lanes ngayon, yung laning setup, it is the Drow Ranger and the Elder Titan. Very scary lane. And at the same time, the Silencer Tidehunter on the bottom lane. This Lark, kailangan niya ng sobrang lupit na creep aggro mechanics dito para makalink siya against si Silencer. Kasi the thing about that lane is tatayuan ni Silencer katabi yung Slark.
And Thomas Shelby, aka ang ating Leshrac dito.
Si Mac. One of the top mid players.
Already landing yung Split Earth. Already burning quite a bit dun sa HP ng ating Slark.
Yeah.
At meron pa agad dito na tango na napagamit. And you don't want that to happen. Actually, siguro nag-check lang din si Slark.
Yeah.
Kasi, again, meron naman siya dito na Stout Shield and a couple of tangos in there para makapag-heal up and get back to the lane if ever.
And I like the thinking of the Slark here. Alam niya na maharap siya heavily in this lane. Started with 6 tangos. And the next item that is queued up is either the Quelling Blade or the Magic Stick. Kapag hindi siya masyadong naharas, he will go for the Quelling Blade for easier time of farming.
Yeah.
And kapag masyadong maganda yung haras naman ng Tidehunter tsaka ni Silencer, he will go for the Magic Stick. The problem is kung alam ni Tidehunter tsaka ni Silencer na gustong-gusto bumili ni Slark ng mga items sa side shop, talagang ipipressure nila yung lane na yun. Ipupush nila.
Yeah.
At hindi makakaabot sa yung Slark sa side shop.
Basically, itong laro na to is nasa playground talaga ng Team Azul.
Yeah.
Kasi nga naman, napakadami nilang approaches sa game. Pwede silang pumili ng lane na ipipressure nila and they'll be successful with it for sure. And yun, eventually din talaga, makikita natin na makakakuha ng mga push. Oh! A kill, however.
Yeah, arrow hits.
First
Totally
blood.
different. I mean, Tidehunter,
ours all
being in
along.
here, being dead for the first time, it's actually one thing na pwedeng makuha pwede mag-celebrate. I mean, ang team Pula.
And ito yung sinasabi nating yung mga map movements na dapat gagawin ng SIBOL Pula. Kasi the thing about this lane is it's very hard to shut down. So they need to make something happen on that specific lane para lang masabi nila na yung Tidehunter medyo bawas na yung aggression.
So there will be a little bit of pause. Medyo aralin natin dito yung nagiging laning ng parehas sa teams. Nagkaroon ng konting swap as the Ogre Magi and the Miranda will go to the top lane, which leaves the Tidehunter dun sa bottom lane din, going up against the Slark. And I feel like they're... Okay. And then the Winter Wyvern. There you go. So mid lane, it's still a 1v1 between the Queen of Pain.
I'm curious lang kung nag-TP yung Tidehunter. Kasi if nakita nila na nag-TP, or kapag nagpakita kagad si Tidehunter dito, they will have the information here for SIBOL Pula na pwede silang lumipat ng lane. They can actually rotate the Slark into the top lane, tri-lane nila yung Drow Ranger, Elder Titan. And those two heroes will melt to the Mirana and the Winter Wyvern. Leave the Ogre Magi against the Tidehunter 1v1.
Well, mabibigyan ng farm ang Tidehunter, however. Pero at least mas nananalo pa rin sila dun sa lane ni Slark, which is what matters.
Kasi yun yung conditional eh. Kailangan maganda yung start ni Slark dito. Kasi we already know na yung lane ni Slark dito mas shutdown ng Silencer and Tidehunter. So they need to make something happen.
Yeah. Well, at least nakakuha nga sila ng kill dun sa Tidehunter. And we always mention this. Paulit-ulit na natin sasabihin, napakalaki, napaka-importante ng bawat galaw dito ng Team Pula.
Yeah.
Because draft-wise, kung isipin, early to mid-game talaga, they will have to concede. Even the early stages ng late game, medyo side ka pa rin dito para doon sa Team Azul. And to be honest, hindi naman sila ganun ka nasa timer. But this time though, the pressure up top, napakagandang araw naman nun. And that is an easy kill for Team Pula. CML will have to back down.
Yeah.
Mukhang hindi na nila kailangan ng Winter Wyvern. If that arrow connects like that.
Sabi niya, wala naman problema sa lane kung tatama yung arrow kay Draw Ranger.
Naman.
Kung di tayo nabubuli ng Elder Titan. And actually, hindi nga niya blinak eh. No? Wala siyang pakialam sa Elder Titan. Talagang hindi nila blinak yung camp na pwede niyang stack. So they just want to put a lot of pressure on this Draw Ranger.
Well, in fairness, if they group up yung kanilang 3-man gang squad dito, imagine Mirana, Ogre, Mirana, Queen of Pain, Winter Wyvern, kaya nila agawin yung mga stacks if ever gusto yung nga nila. But then again, that's a totally different story naman. Ang idea dito for Team Pula is focus on getting the laning stage, getting ahead of the laning stage.
Yeah. And look at the Mirana here, just invading the Elder Titan. Alam niya na walang magagawa sa Elder Titan dito, being a ranged hero. So he knows he can do this, and si Elder Titan will have a much harder time, and si Ogre Magi can definitely zone out the Draw Ranger. So this is the proper move at ginagawa nila. Ooh, arrow.
There's a lot of tower pressure din dito sa my top lane. Ogre Magi can do this all day, 7 CS. Agad, Draw Ranger is at an all-time low, 0 CS.
And Nando, being the consistent carry that he is, getting a lot of CS. Playing 8-0 right now. Leshak in the middle lane, it's a very hard matchup for Leshak against the Queen of Pain, level 1 to level 4. Pero come level 5, medyo kaya niya nang i-bully Queen of Pain out of the lane. Don't get me wrong, this is still Queen of Pain favored lane. It's just that pagdating ng level 5, may counterplay na pwedeng gawin sila siya.
Well, just look at how much pressure nakuha natin mula dito sa Mirana. Knowing na support pa lang ito. And like you said, ang kalamangan dito sa may mid lane, it's gonna go to the Queen of Pain. So, Team Pula, even when we said na napakahirap na kanilang conditions dito, they still are meeting it dahil dun sa kanilang kills na nakuha around the map. And look at this, top lane. Like we said, the pressure mula dito sa ating Mirana, leap forward. Kaya ba niya mapatay itong ating Elder Titan? Yes, he can. 200 in the back.
So a lot of people were questioning bakit naging pause for si Mirana. It's the factor na ang hirap mo patayin because of the 3 leaps. At the same time, your immense range. Yung arrow, kapag kumonekta, maximum range and maximum damage, ang tagal na nga ng control, and you have a decent base attack time and decent base damage din. So it's very frustrating for the other position 4 to play against you kasi nga wala silang sagot sa'yo.
At binabati ko pala si Boss Ron natin dyan.
Si Hot
Lodi.
E.
Hot E.
Ang mainit. Ang Lord E.
Lord E talaga.
Ay, no.
Kaya guys, sa lahat ng viewers natin online and sa lahat ng kahit sino nakapanood sa atin ngayon live, we are live dito sa Ayala Mall Circuit, Makati. And literally, ito na yung sasabihin nating the Lodi Convention. Lahat na ng klase ng Lodi nandito na. So, ini-invite natin kayo ngayon. Bukod sa mga games na pwede nyo mapanood.
Nandito ba yung mga Lodi nyo?
Nandito ba yung mga Lodi nyo? Like, si Lodi Pau.
Yep.
Nandito si Lodi.
Si Coach
Coach
Lodi
Pau
Pau.
Bago. Nandito nanonood sa atin. Ayos ba yun?
Hindi nga tayo
Hindi tayo
pinapansin.
pinapansin. Focus, syempre.
Pero ito,
niyan dito yung mga players natin.
Yeah, Wolf, again, looking at the bottom lane, it's very hard for the Slark to lane against his Tidehunter and the Silencer. Especially when the level 3s come out from the Tidehunter and the Silencer. Ooh, middle lane. Munti kang tinamaan si Queen of Pain doon with the stun ng Leshrac. Pero nakikita mo na may pressure ng binibigay sa Leshrac dito against the Queen of Pain.
So, some tech issues lang dito as already 4 na ang kills dito ng Team Pula. Which actually begs me the question. Why is it that kahit pa ahead sila ng 4 kills, which, technically speaking, meron silang 800 gold at least ahead of the of their opponents, bakit pantay pa rin dito yung ating net worth, Kuya Midnight? Tingin mo ba because of the CS pa rin ng overall ng Team Azul?
I think it's a matter of the distribution kasi yung kung isipin mo yung support na naglumilin kasama si Slark dito, it's the Winter Wyvern, hindi siya kumukuha ng CS, and Elder Titan is getting a lot. And yung Mirana natin, kahit pa sabihin natin nag-i-invade, hindi rin siya kumukuha ng CS, and yung Silencer sa may bottom lane, he gets a lot of his CS from the side camp.
Okay. So, is it fair to say na hindi pa rin ito yung tinitignan natin? Gold is not the thing that we have to look at right now. Yung economy ng gold, hindi pa yung tinitignan natin. Ang kailangan natin tignan is how healthy are the cores of both teams. Kasi if you just look at the CS chart sa may left side ninyo, the Slark is still leading by a lot. Comparably dun sa ating Mirana, 23 CS na yung ating Slark. Our Draw Ranger is just 6 CS.
Yeah, and yung network nila dito, it's being spent with regen. Kasi the Slark buys a lot. Even the Winter Wyvern will get some regen at some point. And si Mirana din, may top lane, he needs a lot of regen to stay in this lane for the Ogre Magic.
Pero pressure dito onto the Silencer. Walang escape mechanic. At mukhang mapapatid na siya dito very easily by the Slark. At syempre, Essence Shift. Permanent yung kanya makukuha dito. Now he transfers onto the Tidehunter. Napakagandang lift naman nun. And they're pressuring if the slow is there. Abot naman the Slark. Yes, he can. Gets the double kill. Nando, dalawang permanent agility agad. Most of the first one does have the salve. Cancelled, however.
Nakita mo yung ginawa ni Nando ron with the glyph? Habang para ma-maximize niya yung glyph na ginamit nila, he didn't attack the Tidehunter.
Hindi niya ni-right click.
Hinabol na lang.
Hindi niya ni-right click yung Tidehunter until that moment na talaga atakin na niya. Very nice aggro control mula sa team pula doon. Nakikita niyo naman, sila na ang naunguna ngayon sa ating network. Shark.
3 cores on the side of SIBOL pula are now leading, and the Drow Ranger, ito na yung sakit na isang Drow Ranger. Para siyang carry ng Mobile Legends. Literal, na wala siyang kwenta sa early game.
Yeah. Well, arguable naman ang comparison for sure, pero dito sa may gitna, it's the Queen of Pain pressuring ating Leshrac, forcing the Diabolic Fiends. That sa may bottom part. Ayun na dito ang ating Tidehunter. At this point, makati na rin yung Tidehunter natin. Kung kanina nape-pressure pa siya ng Slark ngayon, there's a lot of damage that can come out of the Upper Smash, but what a play mula kay Grims with that Splinter Blast.
Yeah,
Take that.
They're doing so much better dito sa may bottom lane, no? It's very commendable kung ano yung ginagawa ni Grims tsaka ni Nando. Oh, arrow! Nice catch.
Nice
from the
catch.
Elder Titan.
Napakagandang kontra naman nun mula sa ating Elder Titan. Well, now he's being pressured, pero mukhang makaligtas pa siya. Or maybe not. Well, there's a magic stick na ginamit and he gets away. Natrap dito yung Ogre Magi, pero wala siyang takot sa isang Drow Ranger na wala pang marksmanship at this point.
Medyo mahirap talaga. Lalo naging malaki yung lead ng lanes ng SIBOL pula dito. 2k gold lead already for them. It is Queen of Pain level 6 now. We're looking at the levels right now. This Queen of Pain can make a lot of movements on the map.
And to add to that, meron siyang Arcane Rune na nakabote. Napakagandang rune to get at this point. Amplifies really the damage output and yung uptime ng isang Queen of Pain. So, a little bit of pressure sa Mirana. Mirana gets away. Here comes the TP. And
nice.
ito na nga napakagandang play naman nun. Sa may ulti, double kill agad para kay Queen Elizabeth. Ang ating Queen of Pain. What a play.
Yeah. Going for the perfect opportunity, and ano pa ang mas perfect sa dalawang hero na nagtabi, and naka-line na pa for the Sonic Wave. And remember, we'll sinabi mo kanina may Arcane Rune, so mababa lang yung cooldown nung ultimate niya, can be online after just a few seconds.
And this actually means that the Slark will have a better time din dahil yung pressure na nasa kanya kanina ay mawala na. So essentially, this is a free game, I would say, para sa Slark natin. Point, or say that,
What?
dancing against this Tidehunter, alam niya na wala ng Anchor Smash ready, may Magic Wand siya, and meron din siya ultimate. So perhaps that's the reason kung bakit siya sobrang confident laban against the Tide. And because of the Shadow Dance din, nakapag-heal up siya back to full.
I'm actually questioning the Tidehunter build, no? Should have went for 2 points and Gush. Yung damage, yung armor reduction dito. The damage reduction is nice, pero the point of the Slark hitting the Tidehunter is getting the stats. So you need to punish the Slark whenever wala siyang Dark Pack dito para hindi niya ma-dispel yung yung armor reduction.
Regardless of the Gush.
Yeah.
Do you like the face boots pick up mula dun sa ating start dito instead of the usual threads mula sa start?
It's been it's been a typical build, pero may top lane.
Top lane.
Skirmish.
Merong skirmish dito, but as the leap to get away. Actually, matatakbo nila dito yung Leshrac. Queen of Pain gets away as well.
Yeah.
Bok snatches yung regeneration din natin.
Yung face boots kay
Face
Stark,
boots na talaga.
Yeah, it's been the typical build for the early aggression. Gone are the days na nag-Shadow Blade and Echo Saber yung Slark. Well, yung Echo Saber medyo pinipick up pa rin. Yeah. Pero yung scaling kasi yung habol kay Slark dito eh. Hindi na siya yung carry dati na after the Shadow Blade will get a lot of kills. Kasi the name of the game ngayon is Dota pa rin naman. Pero syempre, yung scaling potential.
What a nice bounce dito. And there's so much damage coming from the Slark. There's the Ravage committed na wala Dark Pack. Pero mabubuhay ba dito ating Tidehunter? Still being chased down. Dark Pack will end his life. At yun na nga nakukukin ni Nando dito. That's the 4th permanent Essence Shift stack. However, kaya ba nila? Meron ba silang silence? No, they don't. And this Slark, can he be taken down? No, he can't. There's the pounce away. Hinabol pa rin dito ng ating Elder Titan pero masyado nakapag-heal up. Ang kate ng damage.
Binatukan.
That's not gonna be enough. And the thing with Starks right nowadays is nagmamidas na talaga sila. Kaya you don't really need the threats anymore.
You want to scale to the late game. Kasi it's really hard for you to end the game before 30 minutes just because of the fact na binabuff ni Ice Frog yung mga towers natin. During the glyph, yung tier 2 towers, meron na silang multi-shot. So it's very hard to push.
Yeah.
Even if you say that you can dive the towers, wala ka kasing creep wave.
There's a lot of farm already na yung team pula nakukuha out of the map right now. They're leading by so much. With 10 kills to 1 laban sa Team Azul. This is really impressive from their end. They did draft late game lineup, I would say. Comparably sa kanilang kalaban ngayon. Pero they are still winning the early game. This is scary.
Yeah, I actually like the itemization of Queen of Pain before going for the Yule Scepter just for the item, safety item against the Silencer. He's going for the Orchid of Malevolence kasi he knows that this Leshrac will be playing very aggressive pagdating ng 15 minutes kasi lalabas yung catapult for the dire side. So alam niya na kailangan niya i-shutdown yung timing ni Leshrac.
Yeah. And eventually, talagang lalaki ang economy dito ng team pula. I mean, merong Midas on the side of Ogre Magi. Nearly magkakaroon ng Midas yung ating Stark. Both of these heroes napakalakas mag-farm, and if you couple that up with kunwari yung farming speed pa ng Stark and then yung fact na namumulticast yung Midas, that's gonna be really scary.
Saan ka nakakita 10 minutes pinakamayamang hero si Ogre?
Oo nga. Sasampalin ng gold ang Team Azul dito.
And the thing about the offlane Ogre Magi is he gets a lot of farm without taking any kind of resources on the map. These two cores on the side of SIBOL pala will be able to farm freely for the entire duration habang si Ogre Magi naghihintay lang na cooldown ng Midas.
Yeah. That's why even before ako personally advocate ako ng Midas. Alam ko, nakagalit sa akin dati si Midnight.
Yeah.
Bakit daw ako nagma-Midas sa Azus ko? Sabi ko, wala pwede. Sabi kasi ni Ice Frog, pwede naman eh.
May mga game kasi na pwede ka mag-Midas if you are not the hero that should farm the map. If you are the guy that is supposed to be rotating for your team. Yeah. And in this game kasi, the Ogre Magi, well, actually all of the games, the Ogre Magi, you're really looking for the aggressive piece. You're not farming and you're not, you're not playing the scaling game. You just want something out of the map.
Yeah. And kidding aside kasi, the main factor na gusto ko sa Midas is yun nga, kumuha ka ng gold na hindi naman nagnanakaw na gold sa mga kambing mo. Wow, what a play mula sa Miranda. Medyo Dota 1 yung galawan doon, the arrow leaf combination. Buti na lang mabubuhay dito ang ating Silencer. There's gonna be Split Earth. Earth Splitter, I mean.
But
the Ogre Magi is indeed very tacky. Now the Drow comes in. That's gonna be damage committed. Napakaganda paggagamit in the last well. Beautifully done at meron pang follow-up stop. Finally, they're able to kill the Ogre Magi. It took long enough. It took 3 ultimates. Pero eventually, it's still okay.
Grabe.
2 ultimates, I mean.
Si Bok, yung mindset ni Bok dito, nakita niyo Winter Wyvern was able to set up his position for the Winter Curse on the Drow Ranger. Again, bawal mo kasing diktan si Drow. Pag dinikitan mo yan, mapapahama kayo. And with the proper mindset, alam niya na pwedeng gawin ng Winter Wyvern yun. Committed the Ravage. But it's not good for SIBOL Azul that they've committed the Ravage. Kasi it's 110 seconds na pwedeng gumalaw yung SIBOL pula sa mapa without any team fight from the side of SIBOL Azul.
Definitely. Sobrang
150 pala.
157. Wait, sakto naman nung sinabi mo, 110 naman din talaga. Yun nandun ba?
Kampi ko si camera.
6,000 gold ahead agad dito ang Team Pula. We haven't seen any big group up mula sa Team Pula for now, but we know that they have the advantage because of the fact that the Ravage is not available dun sa Team Azul.
Double yung invisibility ng SIBOL pula dito.
Makikita nila dito ilan ng mga stacks, however, mula sa teams. And we know that kailangan nila pressure and all is not well para sa ating Drow Ranger. That's gonna be Natsumi down for the count.
Some people will be questioning bakit nag-i-smoke into the Moonlight Shadow ni Mirana. The purpose of the smoke and Moonlight Shadow combination is to know kapag may mga tao sa vicinity mo. That's the effect of the smoke. So kapag nag-pop yung smoke mo and invisible ka pa rin, syempre, you still can invade kahit sabihin natin nag-pop na yung smoke.
Binabati pa lang natin ang mga loading natin sa ML dito na nanonood ngayon. Ayos ba yun, mga lods? Dapat tayo dyan. Habang nagpupush dito ang team mula dito sa may bottom lane, gitna naman. A little bit of pressure mula sa Team Azul, but I'm not entirely sure kung makapush sila dito, especially with the defense of Team Pula. This time, there's the Winter's Curse for the setup. Might not even be a setup dahil mukhang makakuha yata na kill. Napagandang bullet shadow naman, Starfall I mean. But CML will survive kasi the magic wand at makakapag-bump out sila yata dito. They are still being chased down. What a bounce! Bumalik na dito. They don't have the damage. There's a Shadow Dance and of course, a Sonic Wave to take down 2. Ngayon, naipit na nila dito. No Man's Land yung Tidehunter habang napakagandang talon dito onto the Silencer. Sabay mamba out din mula sa ating start. And now the Tidehunter finally will fall. Or as I say that, well, medyo tumatagal lang konti. That's the power of Tidehunter, but eventually he goes down.
You know that Orchid from Kim Elizabeth is actually crucial. Kasi kung hindi niya sinilence yung Silencer, the Sonic would have been dead.
Yeah. Very nice timing at this point. 15 kills to 2. And start even, hindi na nga niya kailangan mag-stay in front of the opponent's dead. 4 pa rin yung kanyang essence shift stacks at 14 minutes. I think that's really impressive.
Yeah, this is again superior map movements from SIBOL Pulano. They forced the Ravage on the top lane. And they know that they can actually play the team fight game against SIBOL. So, kasi nga, wala silang team fight. Asan yung team fight mo? Tidehunter is there, pero effectively hindi siya Tidehunter kasi wala siyang Ravage.
But oh, that's a very scary item to have ngayon sa ating Slark. Meron na siyang Diffusal Blade. Napakaganda laban sa kahit sinong hero mula dito sa Team Azul.
There's no running away from this hero.
And considering na ang damage output dito ng Team Azul is mainly on the physical side, well, for safe of course, syempre dun sa ating Leshrac. Napakaganda ng armor benefits dito for the Slark because of the agility.
That's why the Face Buds has been, you know, the go-to item for the Slark. It provides a lot na yung parang innate feature ni Slark. Yung mobility, at the same time, yung aggressive play. You provide the armor, and suddenly this hero is literally unkillable.
Alam mo yung, di ba, late laning stage part na laning stage pa rin siya pero hindi na masyado nag-lane around 5 to 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Imagine mo yung start mo by that time na yung face puts. Walang makakaharap sa kanya. Walang may license na humarap sa kanya because he's gonna be able to chase down anyone from that part. And even if mapababa mo nga yung HP niya, just pop sa Shadow Dance o kaya kahit pumunta lang sa may fog, okay na siya.
You know, some games, like, may mga matchups si Slark na hindi siya pwede mag-scale into the late game. So you don't really want to buy the Midas. The thing about it is yung pathing mo, it's still the same. Face boots sometimes into drums then to Diffusal Blade.
Buti na lang meron silang sentry ward doon as the Slark eventually able to away. The Vanguard ang pinick up dito ng Ogre Magi.
Yeah, for the
Crimson Guard. Napakagandang item. The setup used into the Split Earth. It's gonna connect and the Earth Splitter on top of it. The Global Silence will be there at napatay na nga dito Winter Wyvern. Will they try to TP out to the Leshrac, but the Leshrac goes down. Unstoppable na si Kim Elizabeth dito, but there's gonna be a 2-second kill for both blue and pula. And now they will try to go for the Elder Titan this time, pero syempre merong Gust. Hindi nga lang.
Actually, go for more.
Enough. There's the Blink. And Kim Elizabeth, napagandang silence naman noon. There's a Sonic Wave as well para itulak yung Drow Ranger palayo. At nandito na yung bida. Nandito na si Nando Hollis. Knockwell for Natsumi once again. And there's a full team wipe. Triple kill para kay Kim Elizabeth. I wonder how much essence shift stacks na dito. But really commendable.
7.
For the Queen of Pain, Kuya Midnight. Napakagandang timing on that Orchid once again.
Yung ano din, Sonic Wave, kasi sometimes, some Queen of Pains wouldn't go for that play kasi may arrow na patay. Pero he needs to get away from yung Drow Ranger, yung range, yung Drow Ranger dito. So effectively, pinalayo mo yung Drow. Now, he's suddenly in a position na kailangan niya mamili, will I chase the Queen of Pain na naka-silence or will I go back? Pero every decision na gawin niya ron, wala na siyang play na magagawa against Kim Elizabeth.
And this is scarier by the minute para sa Team Azul. We did mention na lamang sa late game ang Team Pula. But SIBOL Pula, they've already won the early and the mid game. And there's really no sign of hope para dito sa ating Drow dahil kahit yung tinry niya mag-farm dun sa Ancients, napakadali niya i-pressure dito. This is the big fault, the big problem you have pag hinayaan mo mag-take over ang isang Slark.
Yeah. I don't see how they kill the Slark. Yes, you have a condition na pwede mong i-ravage into Global Silence, pero magre-respond kasi yung hero na yun. Suddenly, wala yung dalawang big team fight motivation.
I like this a lot. Instant BKB na kanya-kanyang kukunin after the Diffusal Blade. And you did mention kanina yung kill conditions, kill threat ng Azul. It's down the drain already. Pag na-pick up niya, double BKB. Sige, you know, wala. This is an over team fight.
Alam sa to, medyo ano pa nga, medyo redundant yung Crimson Guard at this point. I think you would be happy to stay with the Vanguard for the Ogre Magi. Go for the Lotus Orb. Just make sure na yung dalawang force mo unkillable.
Oo. Just you know, try to always win over your opponents. Well, there might come a time na maglo-Lotus Orb na bigla dito ang ating Ogre Magi. I wonder how that
Haste.
works with multicast though. I'm not very sure. Pero nahuli nga dito ang ating Gashrap. And while that happened, I think I saw a triple Midas.
Yeah. Bale, compute
Beautiful!
117 for the Midas times 3. That's
210 plus 300, 510.
510. Oh my god.
Mas maganda pa sa kill.
Oo. Oh,
Oh
Find
no!
the hunter.
Oh no!
This
This
is
is bad!
this is it.
This might be over, like I said.
If you want to defend, this Tide Hunter needs to buy back.
8 Essence Shift stacks para sa ating Slark at 19 minutes. On top of the fact na meron na siyang BBB.
Mind you, may Bloodlust pa from the Ogre Magi. So essentially, yung 58 stacks niya rito, it's like 72. Mga ganun. Kasi ang bilis na attack speed niya.
Oh no.
Dire are scanning.
148 per hit. Onto the Slark. Tapos meron ka pang sobrang taas na attack speed, courtesy of the Bloodlust. And the fact na mabilis talaga matake siyang Slark.
Yeah. 60
I don't
bonus
know how
attack
you
speed.
fight. I don't know how you fight against this anymore.
Going for a pipe, no? On the Ogre Magi.
Yeah.
Well, that's for the Leshrac, pero I don't see Leshrac dealing any, you know, considerable damage
Well,
anytime soon. Kasi maybe give you a start.
You can say that, but I think na pwede rin natin siyang i-attribute din sa fact na pwede siya pang push. I think na more than anything else, yung kanilang mga creeps dito yung kanilang poprotektahan. And how can you
Sabi ni
defend?
Ogre Magi, wala akong pakialam sa kanya. Another triple Midas!
Oh my goodness.
Wala akong pakialam sa mga kampi ko. Gusto ko yung grips.
Grabe araw to ni Ogre Magi ngayon.
Oh. Autoban next game.
Yeah. So may Crimson Guard na pipe is incoming. It doesn't matter. Sige, sabihin na natin redundant yung Crimson Guard, pero sabi dito ni Ogre, ang dami kong pera eh. Ang gagawin ko dito.
Alam mo yung nasobra ka ng wiggle, di mo lang ka nabibili mo.
Oh,
Big
no.
JC
Look at
Resmond.
this.
May
Just
BKB
look at
yan.
this.
May
There's the
BKB yan.
BKB. There's the leash as well. There's nothing you can do. That's a Tide Hunter down for the count. Well, laban pa rin siya. Meron pa siyang Shadow Dance dito. Indeed, he will use it. Look at this. Initiation mula kay Queen of Pain. However, medyo natunaw yata siya doon. Masyado yan siya matapang. There's a double buyback mula sa Team Azul. Merong isang blink. Uy, ba't ka dyan nag-TP, kuya? Easy kill na naman para kay Nando. Double kill. Then para sa kanya, still wants to go for more. Medyo takot sila. Medyo nire-respeto na dito yung Ravage. Yeah. They're dancing around this area of the shrine.
He wants to find the Ravage.
Papunta dun sa babang part, the downhill. And even after the buybacks, it's still Team Pula na coming up on top.
Yeah, masyado na natuwa si Pio with the jump na ginawa ni Slark.
Oo.
And kahit pa sabihin natin may BKB siya, 6 seconds yung blink mo and the Drow Ranger was in a position to right-click the Queen of Pain down. So it's not the best of positions to be in. Again, wala siyang ano dito eh, wala siyang Gil Scepter for the safe disengage.
But then again, he did force out the buyback dun sa Tide Hunter.
Yeah, but that would have been done by the Slark.
Tama. Already, napuwersa na nga naman ng Slark. So, I guess ito yung mga bagay na itinitake na nila Coach Pao. Uy, nako.
Dive, nag-blink in. 6 seconds yung cooldown ng ano mo, blink mo.
No.
Well, ano kasi, it's a matter of estimating how much time they take to kill you. So for SIBOL Azul, once na makita nila ni Queen of Pain, pag wala siyang blink dito, I think 2-3 seconds is enough. So if you take that into consideration, bawal talaga mag-blink in yung Queen of Pain unless ang mahuhuli niya is either the Silencer or the Drow Ranger.
So raid boss pala ang gusto makuha dito ng build nating Stark. Wants to go for the Scatty afterwards. Perfect item at this stage.
Just beef up, pataasin mo yung man-fight potential mo against the Drow Ranger. Again, ano kasi, yung Drow Ranger dito, it's still considered by the armor, yung marksmanship niya. So, Slark, meron na siyang 14 plus 6, that's 20 armor. I think that's around 70 and nakagad. Physical damage reduction. Hindi, 40% physical damage reduction. So, hindi na ganun kalaki problema yung Slark. He can actually tank through the damage output of SIBOL Azul.
Yung Drow Ranger will have to rush itong F-Blade natin just for extra agi. Additionally, meron siyang defensive mechanism. If ever the Slark does pounce in, although it's gonna be long way to go pa rin. Kasi kahit masabihin natin napakabilis siya mag-farm, yung map control ng team pula dito is just way too much na hindi ka na din talaga makakalabas.
Yeah. Wala pa kasing wala pang blink dagger yung Tide Hunter dito. So even if they want to fight, they're waiting for SIBOL Pula to engage. to initiate the fights for them. Ang problema, na-meltdown sa side hunter.
Speaking of meltdown, there's gonna be the Roshan being melted down by Team Pula right now. Walang magawang depensa dito. Team Soul will have see the ages of the Immortal para dito sa Slark. And nakikita natin ngayon on the Slark, it's gonna be a fearsome Slark. How are you going to defend this? Killing him once is hard enough.
Yeah.
Killing him twice is impossible at this rate.
And remember, may Winter Wyvern pa, di pa natin nakikita yung save.
That's true.
And
That's
kapag
true.
hinil nila si Strike dito, the only damage that will go through is yung DPS ni Silencer from the first kill. Medyo negligible na yun at this point. And the Pulse Nova from the Lesha. Well, Echo Stomp, pero...
So, konting setup dito mula sa pala sa teams. I think palaki na rin dito yung economic advantage ng SIBOL Pula.
Yeah.
21,000 on top of the fact na meron silang map control. Ito yung, sabihin na natin hindi natin visually nakikita through numbers. But if you just look at the map, literally, the playground is...
Radiant's bottom
it
tower
is
is under attack.
Team Pula's playground.
Yeah, if SIBOL Azul wants to go out to their base, they need to do the body-body system. Pero even if gawin na Leon, dalawang heroes kagad yun na pwedeng kapulin ng SIBOL Pula.
Shiva's Guard, by the way, ang napili dito ng ating Queen of Pain. Napakagandang item laban sa physical damage output ng Team SIBOL Azul.
Again, just demand fight potential ng lineup nila. Just make sure na yung Draw Ranger dito slowed down yung attack speed. At the same time, beef up the Queen of Pain.
Yep. So, it's definitely nasa side pa rin ng Team Pula ngayon. I like what they're doing right now. Hindi nila pinapera sa issue. They're waiting for Team Azul to make mistake this time though. March forward, BKB activated. There's the use for the defense. Mas Shelby, the Leshrac, wala na siyang mana ngayon. Meron nga siyang BKB pero wala siyang mana. Shadow Dance committed. The Global Silence will be there however. Pero kulang pa rin. Naparin na dito yung Leshrac. No buyback on that one. Still ages available pero dito yung stomp from the Slark with the pounce. And 2 down on the side of Team Azul. Means that there is no legitimate defense on this push. Ravage is still available pero anong magagawa niyan kung wala naman damage output mula sa SIBOL Azul as Leshrac is not available. Still the shield coming. Just give it to the silence. Sa taas naman may split push into start. Advantage. Thinking actually pero walang damage sa Winter's Curse. This is gonna be really good. Definitely for the Winter Wyvern is the single one. The damage will be there. Nasa na follow-up however. Meron bang kill? Na-silence sila dito yung Philippine Matayus. In there at may heal pa rin. Napagandang fight but it's not gonna be enough. All is well. Natsumi going down once again. And 29,000, it seems to be over. They still will try to fight. Nag-buyback pa rin sila dito. Aegis is still available para sa ating Slark.
Shadow Dance in another
May
BKB.
Shadow Dance na. Sobrang tagal na laban na rin BKB. Stop will be dodge. Ogre Magi. Tatangkiin na lahat. Napakakulat na ngayon. Eventually will fall but it comes the Slark does have the Shadow Dance and the BKB activated as well. So Shadow Dance going forward. The Elder Titan natunaw na nga naman. And sunod na dito yung Leshrac. No BKB. He goes down. 3 down on the side of Team Azul.
39 Essence shift stacks, 117 agility. Dagdag mo pa yung 40 na permanent and the Bloodlust buff from the Ogre Magi.
Well, the Ogre Magi is dead as of this moment. Pero doesn't matter. Look at this. Kung gaano kasakit yan. 27 minutes pa lang ganyan na siyang humampas ng barracks ngayon. It's very unlikely for a comeback para sa Team Azul. Especially kung ang Team Pula ay magiging disiplinado dito. And there's the use. There's the stun. Dota 1 classic combo. Still a kill. 4 down and GG finally has been called. Saktong-sakto, pinensyon natin the ability to draft and execute. Maganda nga yung draft mo, pero execution mo naman hindi ganun kaganda. You still will lose the matches. And congratulations para sa Team Pula.
Ito yung ito yung the fun about drafting. You have a better draft on the side of SIBOL Azul. Pero the nature of hero matchups kasi, the Draw Ranger into the Winter Wyvern and the Slark, again, yung invade kasi, yung invading capability ng SIBOL Pula dito, it's unmatched in this game. Wala ka talagang pang-contest, wala kang panlaban, and they had the superior movement. So, I would give them everything on the table here, yung execution, yung draft on the side of SIBOL Pula.
Yeah, interestingly, nakita natin kung paano din nag-adjust yung SIBOL Pula after looking at the laning stage. Kasi parang yung kanilang original laning setup was not like that. Once they saw kung ano yung galawan or kung ano yung lane configuration, para sa Team SIBOL Azul, doon na sila nag-adjust. Doon na sila naglagay na kanilang mga players on specific parts of the map. And I think na yung kanilang laning stage is the best na pwede nila gawin sa kanilang lineup laban sa kalaban. And the thing with Team Azul is parang sinabi nila, okay, sige, fine, yan na yung best para sa inyo, hindi kami mag-adjust afterwards. And I think yun yung medyo natalo din sila. Isang malaking factor din kung ba't sila natalo.
And ang ganda nga ng ang ganda nga ng lane ni Nando rito on the start, even if kinokontest siya ng Tidehunter and the Silencer, he just bought a lot of regions. That's why the network isn't really setting on them kahit ang dami nilang nakukuha kills on the map. Kasi ang daming binibiling regions, especially the Queen of Pain against Celestial. The way you win the matchup against Celestial is you buy a lot of regions. You don't rush the battle, you go for the normal talismans para kaya mo makipag-trade against Celestial. So everything was executed beautifully by SIBOL. That's why they've gotten the early game the early game advantage that they had, and they just snowballed with it.
Well, you know, I wanna know kung ano yung story behind the scenes, behind our screens na nakita natin. Maybe our courtside reporter Eileen has something to say. Eileen, please, anong kwento dyan?
Medad and Wolf, we just finished game 1 here in the SIBOL National Pool Combined, and it was actually SIBOL Pula who took this game home. Now you might be wondering kung ano ang magiging criteria for player selection, and luckily I was able to talk to Coach Pao, the coach of SIBOL Dota 2, and basically tatlong bagay lang naman ang kanyang hinahanap. The first would be the decision-making ability, the second would be the mechanical ability, and third would be the never say die attitude. With this, he also added that losing players should not fret after even losing a match, because at the end of the day, winning might matter, but having a strong game theory and having the ability to make things happen definitely matters more to him. So Medad and Wolf, your thoughts on this?
I like what they said na ang criteria muna, above anything else, second pa lang yung mechanical skill. First is decision making.
Yeah.
Nakita natin kanina yung mga split second decision making ng ating mga players, like yung mga unusual jumps na ngayon. But also yung kanilang macro skill decision making, like for example yung laning configuration nga nila, how they approach the game, when do they fight, when do they farm. I think yun yung medyo evident sa game na yun na nakita natin mula sa Team SIBOL Pula, mas superior yung kanilang decision making. How about you, Medad? What are your thoughts on the fact na yun yung mas importante para sa ating mga coaches?
Well, it's the thing about Dota. Like sinabi natin kanina, may winning draft, may losing draft. In that specific game, medyo advantage talaga yung isang game. Pero they made things happen. Yun yung sinabing last thing ni Eileen, yung if you make things happen, yun talaga yung mag-separate sa'yo from just an amateur player to professional player.
Fortunately for us, makakausap yata ng ating courtside reporter number 2 na si Eliza Taylor, ang ating wonderful coach.
Si Lodi.
Please, Eliza Taylor, ano bang meron dyan?
Tama kayo dyan, Wolf and Midnight. Kasama ko nga ngayon ang ating coach for our Dota 2 SIBOL National Team, Coach Pao. Kamusta ka naman?
Okay lang. Enjoying naman yung combine natin and just enjoying the games.
And nakita na nga natin, tapos na yung first match natin. What are your thoughts about that first game?
Actually, I was very pleasantly surprised kasi kahapon nagsimula na kami ng training and it was nice for me to see na medyo nabubuhayan yung mga teams natin maglaro. Yesterday, medyo siguro adjustment period pa playing here. Pero today, nakita naman natin dominant showing from SIBOL Pula, which is includes players from Signal Ultra. So, naging maganda naman. Tignan natin the rest of the day kung meron pa magagandang games.
Speaking of training, napag-usapan na rin naman natin yung training. Ano ba yung training plans mo with regards itong sa national team natin? As we move forward, syempre malalaman na natin pa konti-konti kung sino ba ang mga players na mapupunta sa ating Dota 2 national team. Ano ba yung mga plans mo with regards to their training?
Well, syempre, ang isa sa mga siguro yung mga pinaka-themes ng training natin for SEA Games in general is really trying to figure out how they can function as a team. Yung synergy and teamwork nila. Kasi pagdating sa mechanical ability, I expect these players to have good mechanical ability given na some of these guys are experienced professional players naman ng Dota. They compete in the nationals, the DPC. So I don't think na may magkakaroon ng problema doon. But their teamwork, how they handle pressure, yun ang siguro pagtutugunan namin ng pansin for this training.
May tanong lang ako sa'yo, Coach Pawa. Ito, very interesting question to. Ngayon, kung meron player na mapipili natin na makakapasok sa national team natin, he's very good mechanically nga, and then teamwork-wise, he's very good also. paano kung meron tayong undesirable attitude na makikita? And syempre, hindi natin maiiwasan yan na sa lahat ng tao, iba-iba naman yung nakakasalamuhan natin. Anong mas pipiliin mo ba?
Attitude over skills every time.
Attitude.
Skills, skills pwede mong ituro. Attitude, yes, pwede mo ring ituro, but it's less less yung parang objective basis mo if attitude can really be learned. Whereas skills, talagang alam mo, madali lang.
Very interesting point. Tama ka doon, Coach. And right now, syempre, as a coach, ito kita naman natin sa jacket, nag-coach ka na. Syempre. And you've coached a international team. Now, how will you incorporate those, yung mga ginawa mo for that team na nakapasok sa TI nga? Paano mo incorporate yon for our national team dito sa Pilipinas para sa SEA Games natin?
I mean, I've been very fortunate to be part of the Fnatic Dota organization. Every team is different, every player is different. So siguro yung pinakamadadala ko lang dito is just the different styles na nakita ko, different types of players na nakita ko outside of the country. And then trying to find yung tailor fit para sa mga magiging ka-team natin dito sa Pilipinas.
Tailor fit, parang ako lang yan. And finally, ito na yung final question ko is, ano bang marirecommend mo sa mga players natin na naglalaro right now para, kumbaga, mas malaki yung chance or one step forward para dito sa national team natin?
Ang yun nga, katulad nung nabanggit ni Eileen, no, I'm looking for mechanical ability, I'm looking for game theory, but most importantly, I'm looking for yung never say die attitude. Madaling manalo ng game na nananalo ka na. Pero ang importante sa akin, yung kaya mong ipanalo, yung natatalo ka.
Well said. Very well said, Coach Pao. Maraming salamat sa pagsama sa amin dito sa courtside. Right now, papasok ko na kayo sa ating nagwagwapuhang shoutcasters. Wolf and Midnight, take it away.
Thank you so much, Eliza Taylor. Siyempre sa ating Lodi Pao Bago, the coach of SIBOL, Team SIBOL for Dota 2. Naparaming insights, naparaming nasabi actually. Try nating himayin isa-isa. I like what he talked about the first moment na sinabi niya na it's all about yung decision making pa rin, tinitignan nila. But then again, meron tayong curveball sa dulo na sinabi niya na nasa never say die attitude daw. Alam mo, napaka-evident yan sa nangyaring The International na pag ipapanalo mo yung mga games na feeling mo ay olats na. I think that is what we saw with the champions of TI, OG. May mga games na hindi talaga sila yung talagang nananalo, but eventually they win. What can you explain? Can you explain further? Ano yung factor kung bakit yung mga top teams, yung mga teams na ipapanalo yung mga talong games?
It's the mentality kasi. Again, sinabi ni Pao kanina yung attitude dito na never say die. The thing about that is yung mga players natin, minsan sumusuko tayo, minsan tinatanggap na natin yung fact na talo na, gano'n. Sinabi nga niya kanina na he's looking for the players na kayang ipanalo kahit talo na. Yun yung mentality kasi ng player na hindi mo matatawaran, hindi mo ituturo sa isang tao.
Yeah, you can never really, sabihin natin, hindi natin siya nakikita sa kahit sino, ng basta-basta.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we have to develop. We're not entirely sure kung makikita natin agad yan sa pool of gamers natin, players natin for Dota 2. But at least we will try and harness that eventually habang dinidevelop natin yung team SIBOL. Then, let's look at the mechanical skills. I think I agree with Kuya Pao dito na sinabi niya na etong mga players na to, given na agad yung mechanical skill. Pero sa tingin mo ba, what kind of mechanical skill, if there exist other factors there, na kailangan mong tignan sa isang player individually for him to be considered as a big part of Team SIBOL?
I think we just have to clear up yung state ng Filipino players natin. We are very talented. It's not out of our mouths. It's actually out from the other regions' mouths. Na sinabi nila yung mga Filipino players sobrang talented. You have players like Abed, DJ, na nasa ibang bansa, Bimbo, na talagang international talents. And that saying na magaling na tayo, pero sinasabi pa nila na kulang yung knowledge and yung development dito sa Pilipinas. So that's saying a lot to us na ibig sabihin ang gagaling na pala natin. When it comes to mechanical skills, ang pinagkaiba lang ng ibang lugar sa atin is that they have the international experience, kumbaga. Like, for example, gagamitin natin si Somail na from the other side of the world na ang galing na niya. Pero may mga decision siya na kinailangan pang i-refine sa isang professional team. Nung na-refine na nila yon, lumabas siya, doon na naging refine talaga, na-polish yung mechanical skill nung taong yon. So it still comes to a point na dine-develop yung talent. It's not just about the individual skill, pero yung experience kasi na makukuha mo being part of a professional team.
Yeah, it's like having isang polish na for example, isang magandang rock nga naman, if you polish it, it will become a diamond eventually.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter kung saan siya nagsimula, yung end goal pa rin naman yung kailangan mo tignan dito, which is yung isang player na kayang mag-compete internationally. Like, for sure, may mechanical skill ka na nga, pero kung hindi mo naman yun magamit all in all laban sa mga, internationally, wala rin. Now, let's talk about yung game theory na part, na aspect ng game. Kasi I think for me, parang nasa bonus part na lang. Parang luxury na lang natin makikita yun. Parang, it's still, what's still important is decision making and yung skill ng players. But how about you? Do you think that we really need people to represent the country na sagana sa game theory? Like for example lang what if the Team OG, di ba? Parang meron silang mga pocket strategies na meron pala sila.
I think for me, baseline professional level is hindi kailangan. Kasi we're looking at the individual skill, mga mechanical gameplay ng ating mga players. Pero pagdating ko talaga sa upper echelon, yung mga professional players talaga, yung mga nasa top tier, we have to look at game theory as a fundamental. Well, for me, I've experienced this before. Naging coach din ako ng isang team. Itong bagay na to, itong game theory, hindi mo pwedeng baliwalayin. It's very remarkable sa mga mid laners. Yung theory ng mid lane matchup. Sometimes iniisip natin na may hero na talo sa lane, may hero na panalo sa lane, may mga dominant, and may mga hero na hindi natatalo sa lane. Pero what do you do in the face of that specific matchup? Doon na nagti-theory craft. Example is Timbersaw Earthshaker. Sometimes isipin natin na parang, ano naman yung Timbersaw Earthshaker? Di ba parang lamang si Earthshaker doon? Kasi strength hero si Earthshaker. At the same time, ang hirap patay ni Timbersaw because of the high amounts of regen. One thing to note about that specific matchup is if you max the second skill, yung Enchant Totem, hindi nakakalasit si Timbersaw. You get all the denies on the range creep. And it will come to a point na level 6 ka na, level 5 pa lang yung Timbersaw. And hindi lang yun. Pagdating mo ng level 3, you have this amazing kill threat kay Timber kasi level 2 lang yung Timber. Meron siyang Whirling Death, tsaka yung Reactive Armor, and suddenly you have 2 points on Enchant Totem. So doon pumapasok yung game theory. And yun yung kakaiba sa mga players na nag-iisip talaga kasi sometimes hindi mo na sila kailangan lapitan. Sila mismo nag-a-address ng problema nila.
And it's very important overall sa aspect nyo as a team. Kasi parang imagine isang drafter na sasabihin niya, wala na akong mapick dito na hero, pero ka ba masasuggest? Kaya kong piliin. Sige, piliin mo yung Earthshaker. Kaya ko yan laban sa matchup na to. And mapapaisip ka, some people might argue na, teka lang, sure ka ba dyan? Pero kasi if you know na itong taong to ay napakataas ng kanyang game theory nga na aspect or yung the knowledge about the game, kaya niyang matitiwala sa kanya na kaya may panalo. I can't name a very good example
si Armel.
out of my mind.
Si Armel.
Is this the TA versus Lina?
No. It was Konka versus OD.
Konka or OD?
Naturally, that matchup is favorable on the side of OD. Pero he managed to take down the OD 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
So, I remember that actually.
There was a time nung sobrang piling-pili yung Ember Spirit, then Miracle said, okay, bigyan mo sa akin Shaker mid. Nanalo pala ako, kaya pala yung talon.
Subukan nyo, di ba?
Di ba? Hindi, no, isa pa Sumail yata. Was it Sumail? It was Sumail. Anyways, nandito na tayo sa ating second game of this series. It's SIBOL pula ulit sa ating Radiant side. SIBOL asul naman on the Dire side. Munti ka na sabihin blue side kasi SIBOL asul sila pero sa ibang game yan.
Baliktad tayo dito.
Okay. Now, same bans pa rin yata from the previous game. This time, however, the Elder Titan is banned out by Azul.
There's a Chen on the side of SIBOL pula. So that's something. And the Leshrac ban as well. So they're respecting the Leshrac still on the side of SIBOL Azul. Kahit pa hindi naging ganun ka-successful nung early game, still nagkaroon sila siguro ng mga problema. And that's the amount of respect na kailangan mo ibigay. Like for example, siguro sa Queen of Pain. Sabi ni Pio dito, guys, medyo nahirapan ako sa Leshrac. Even though nanalo ako, pag pangit yung lane matchup ko, siguro baka manalo na yung Leshrac.
And ang dami kasing drafting na pwede mong gawin around the Leshrac. Statistically speaking, ang Leshrac ay nalaro ang bawat position noong TI.
Ever
4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Positions 1 through 5.
Is alongside Mirana na nalaro na yung lahat ng roles. Pero nung TI9 talaga, nung TI9 talaga sila literal na nilaro lahat ng role.
In one tournament.
Ginawang carry, ginawang offlane, ginawang support, dalawang support, and ginawa ring mid.
So now, nakikita natin ang mga bans. Well, wala pa pala additional after the Leshrac.
This should be the Shadow Demon
Shadow
ban.
Demon?
Yeah, for SIBOL Azul. Kasi the scary thing, hindi. Actually, ang nakakatakot dito, SIBOL Azul,
Radiant team pick.
sila dapat pa rin nag-ban ng Shadow Demon. Kasi right now, we can see a duo pick ng Shadow Demon Mirana for the side of SIBOL Azul.
Or maybe Pula will get one of the other.
Yeah.
At
Probably
least
get a
for
Shadow
them to
Demon.
prevent it.
Oh,
Enchantress.
Okay.
Dire team
Now,
pick.
Ogre Mirana. Say, for Team Azul
Yeah.
this time.
Radiant
This lane, no?
team pick.
This Ogre Magi against the
Mirana.
Enchantress. The thing about that matchup is kahit pa sabihin natin sobrang taas na yung sustain ni Enchantress, walang pakialam sa Ogre Magi. Negligible yung damage output ni Enchantress during the laning stage.
Yeah.
At the same time, meron kang decent sustainable damage with the Ignite.
Yeah, what you just do is yung ignite at yung Fire Blast mo, just allocate it to someone else. Huwag na yung
Radiant
Enchantress and
team
all of a sudden you have push in the back. And now Shadow Demon
Dire team ban.
is the pick-up para sa Team SIBOL Pula. Shadow Demon, nakita din natin all throughout TI, isa sa mga napaka-reliable the supports out there.
For SIBOL Azul, no, they're playing the lane draft right now. What I mean by that is you want to force out the Enchantress to face the Ogre Magi, or kukuha sila ng carry dito that can play against the
10
Enchantress.
seconds
Probably
remaining.
the Juggernaut, kasi nakaban out na yung Gyrocopter, one of the few heroes that can actually
5
deal
seconds
well
remaining.
against the Enchantress. 1v1, medyo kaya ni Gyrocopter sa Enchantress.
Gyro is isa rin sa mga late into the meta na ng TI na lumabas. A lot of value with people, with players na sobrang kabisado din yung power spikes ng isang Gyrocopter. Kasi I always feel na yung Gyro when played as a carry and mid laner,
Radiant
magkaiba yung
team
approaches
for
sa
sure.
game.
If you're playing it as a mid, you should look at every single time yung level 3 power spike mo. There are little heroes, there are a few heroes in the mid lane that can survive the level 3 power spike of Gyrocopter. Kasi ang taas ng kill threat mo kahit sino. Queen of Pain, yes, sabihin natin may blink ka, pero if you don't respect the fact na may pangpatay yung Gyrocopter sa'yo, then wala kang blink. Kayang-kaya kang huliin ng Gyrocopter.
But then again,
10
kung ka
seconds
is the additional ban dito para sa SIBOL Azul, already napakarami setup. By the way,
5
hindi lang
seconds
pala,
remaining.
hindi lang Dota ang ating nilalaro ngayon. Meron ding ML on the sides. I think the Hearthstone guys are also here, as well as the StarCraft 2 guys. Sila Enter, nakita ko dyan. At nandito rin yung mga Tekken 7 boys natin.
Marami talaga Lodi dito.
Yeah, literally, Lodi convention nga talaga ang SIBOL Combine.
Kami lang hindi.
Big shoutouts to Mr. Pika.
Yeah. Coach.
Hello.
And player siya, di ba?
Player/Coach Pika. Hindi tayo narinig ni Coach Pika.
Oo nga eh.
Pero okay lang.
Ano, concentrated.
Nag-enjoy siya,
Ganyan,
nag-enjoy
hindi,
siya.
concentrated kuya po.
Okay,
Ganyan
sabagay,
talaga
sabagay.
mga professional player. Concentrated.
Oo naman. Now, what do you actually pair up with Shadow Demon ngayon, Kuya Midnight?
Some of the thoughts kay Shadow Demon na kailangan mo siyang i-pair up, no? He's actually good standalone support. As a pos 4, he counters a lot kasi just imagine, if you pick an illusion-based hero, you're countered by a Shadow Demon. If you pick a hero that depends on a lot of buffs, it's countered by a Shadow Demon because of the Demonic Purge. At the same time, yung laning presence sa Shadow Demon, it's not just the Shadow Poison. Remember yung Soul Catcher? It's been heavily buffed. Yung damage reduction, yung pure damage reduction, it's good against high base HP heroes like Lifestealer, kaya sabihin natin yung nare-dispel with Rage. The thing is, at least force out mo yung mga safety spells sila against Shadow Demon.
Nabati ka pala si Boss Jab at si Boss Ren. Ayos ba? Ren lang malakas. Ayun.
Ren lang malakas.
Ren lang malaki.
Ren lang malaki.
Ayos ba?
Feeling ko mapapakirito tayo ng Boss Ren
Kidding aside, you did mention na pwede yung Shadow Demon. Kasi dati, kailangan naghahanap ka ng isang combo with the Shadow Demon. Either from the support role o kaya dun sa carry na kasama niya na pwede mo pair up with the disruption. But this time, like you said, dahil dun sa Soul Catcher, lalo na yung HP removal niya na napakakate, yun na yung nakikita nating value out of the Shadow Demon. Look at the Magnus, man.
Look at the I was about to say na they're already expecting the Juggernaut here. If you pick up the Magnus, magme-make sense talaga yung Juggernaut ng SIBOL Azul kasi you're definitely boosting up the farm of the Juggernaut. At the same time, kahit pa sabihin nating may dispel from the Enchantress, ang hirap i-shutdown yung farming speed ng SIBOL Azul. Kasi the thing about Enchantress is nag-i-stay lang siya sa lane. And the Juggernaut will move to the triangle camp. So kahit pa may pangtanggal ka ng Empower, hindi mo naman kasi pwedeng habulin yung Juggernaut.
Ito pala, ang idol ng mga kids.
Lodi.
Kuya View.
Yes, sir. Ako personally, idol si View.
Oo naman.
Silingin agad eh.
Lodi natin yan.
Uy, pansinin mo
10
dyan.
seconds remaining.
Mga Taywolf fans, mag-ingay. Ayos ba yun?
Ay, naku.
5 seconds
Wow!
remaining.
May ganun.
Sibol Azul.
Uy, Void actually, binan dito ng Sibol Azul kasi alam nila na yung pula, hindi na sila takot na magkaroon ng Void yung Azul mismo because of the fact may yung Shadow Demon nasa kanila mismo.
And they're actually countered by the, the Juggernaut is actually countered by the Faceless Void. Kahit sabihin natin meron kang free spin TP, kasi magic immune ka during the duration ng Blade Fury, tapos makakapag-TP out ka. Remember, may bash yung Faceless Void, and one of the few spells na true disable. Kahit anong gawin mo, madi-disable ka talaga with the Chronosphere.
Chronosphere. Well, I like this Sad King, however. Napakagandang offlane choice para sa
10 seconds remaining.
Position 4 or position 3 choice para sa Sibol Azul.
5 seconds remaining.
And syempre, ang ganda ng Barrow Strike against Enchantress for the reach potential.
Actually, against Shadow Demon as well.
And the laning ng isang Sad King is hindi mo rin matatawaran dito kay Midnight.
Yeah. We're looking at something pos 5 maybe for Sibol Pula, no? Well, you can get either a pos 5 Rubik here, pos 5 Shadow Demon and pos 5 pos 4 Rubik or Shadow Shaman. Oh, they go for Shaker. This is classic classic Enchantress or Shaker game. So you move the Shadow Demon to the pos 5. It doesn't really matter kasi yung spells ni Shadow Demon dito doesn't depend on items, so you don't really need the farm. And Earthshaker is really good against the Mirana and Sand King.
Yeah, and we know that people like Kuroki, for example, makes the Shadow Demon shine kahit from a position 5 role. Napakataas din ng value niya for a position 5 in the late game. Imagine mo, konting items na kahit nga Aether Lens lang on Shadow Demon in the blink. Parang okay na, napakadami mo na agad na mileage out of the Shadow Demon just by using yung mga innate skills niya. It's gonna be scared in the late game as well.
I like the setup for Sibol Azul. It's gonna be Ogre Magi boss 5. We'll be staying in the safe lane. Then Mirana Sand King on the off lane.
Well, this is, I would say, comfort para sa Azul. Above anything else.
I don't really like it against the Shadow Demon or Shaker.
Yeah.
Kasi if you can get the setup with the Echo Slam, tapos ma-soul catcher siya rito, it's easy for Sibol Pula to eliminate the hero. But then again, you can say na may re-engage naman with the Sand King, pero you need at least a Blink Dagger.
10 seconds
Meron
remaining.
nga lang time na malakas din yung Morphling laban
For
sa
sure,
Sibol Pula dito.
5
For example,
seconds
when the
remaining.
Morphling is already very strong laban sa isang Enchantress
Dire
in the
team
latter
back.
stages of the game, it's gonna be strong enough. Slark ulit para sa Sibol Pula. We saw how well ginamit to ni Nando. Not entirely sure how it can go against the Morphling though.
Lane matchup against the Sand King. And
Kala ko Sand King. This is
Radiant team back.
mutant. This is Hydralisk.
Mutated Sand King.
Oh, but this is Venomancer dati.
Oo.
Sa StarCraft 2.
For Sibol Pula, no, this draft it's looking like they don't really want to contest the mid-game fighting potential of Sibol Azul, but they just want the lane setups. The Earthshaker and Enchantress can
10
definitely
seconds
be
remaining.
a scary duo in the laning stage. But how do you deal with the
5
Morphling
seconds
during the
remaining.
mid-game? Yes, you have a lot of kill
Radiant
threats on
team
him,
pick.
pero just imagine meron pang ibang problema sa mapa. You still have the Sand King, and at the same time may last pick pa yung Sibol Azul dito.
I like the ban on the OD, however, para sa Sibol Azul. OD would have solved a lot of problems para sa Sibol Pula. Great against Ogre and Sand King. Decent against yung mga initiations na Mirana like because of the save. And also, napakaganda laban sa isang Morphling when you
10
time it
seconds
perfectly well.
remaining.
Sibol Pula, they have a choice here. Although wala na sa meta,
5
I
seconds
highly recommend the
remaining.
puck. The catch against the Morphling and Mirana is just too good to let go.
Yeah.
Another option is the Ember Spirit.
Spirit.
Need a lot of catch.
Team pick.
A lot of catch against Sibol Azul.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It was either the puck or Ember.
Problem I have with this is Sibol Azul. They can just use the BKB on Morphling and they're good to go.
Yeah. Pero I would say this is a very good Monkey King game.
Nabati ko pala ang isa sa Best Human 2019 nominee,
Renmar.
Reptar.
10 seconds remaining.
I would really go for a Monkey King here for Sibol Azul. Either a
5
Monkey
seconds
King
remaining.
or a lane that a hero that punishes the Slark. Not necessarily the Ember Spirit, but the Slark. You just need to protect the Morphling from any kind of aggressive play pagdating ng mid-game.
And what could that be? DK perhaps? Oh, that's
Okay,
Choose
classic.
your
Nakita natin
hero.
to. Well, it's good against Ember Spirit. Destroys actually the lane against the Ember. And again, another pressure here that will alleviate the pressure from the Morphling.
Dazzle mid for Sibol Azul. like you said, ito yung imamatch nila sa isang Ember Spirit. Bakit siya nananalo laban sa Ember Spirit? Well, because all of his damage output is physical.
Yeah.
Na hindi pinapansin ng Flame Guard. And when the time comes na itry siya yung pressure ng Flame Guard, mag-heal up lang siya. And every time na you go melee against Dazzle, you know that you're gonna die.
I would say the only condition for Ember Spirit to win in this lane is incredible lane control. Pero the thing about this matchup is you can never man fight against the Dazzle. Kapag sinubukan mo lapitan yung Dazzle, 4-5 poison touch stacks yung aabutin mo. Plus right clicks.
And it's easy to fall into the trap na magtatawag ka ng respo sa mid. Napakadali dahil napipressure ka ng Dazzle, pero you know that 2v1 will definitely still favor the Dazzle.
Pero I would say, you can definitely call for help if you have a kill threat. Pero the problem is, you're an Ember Spirit against the Dazzle, and mind you, yung lanes, side lanes mo, hindi rin pwedeng iwan ng mga supports.
Exactly. Well, now we hop into game number 2 of this series between our teams, Pula and Azul. Signal, that is the Earthshaker. Si Nando naman ang ating Slark is gonna be Kim Elizabeth on the Ember Spirit, Rims on the Shadow Demon, and Van on the Edge.
And sa dark side naman, ang SIBOL Azul, you have Boomy sa kanyang Mirana, Mac as the Dazzle, Box on the Sand King, CML as the Ogre Magi, and Natsumi with the Morphling. I have to say, Kuya Wolf, yung Morphling ni Natsumi, that is a special.
Oh yeah, we've seen this in various tournaments in the Philippines.
Kahit actually nung Southeast Asia Qualifier, pinakita niya yan.
6 tango setup ulit para sa ating Slark. It's like in the previous game. Would you say na mas masaya ang buhay ng Slark ngayon comparably sa previous game? O sa ano lang sa on paper. Kasi last game, medyo may pressure sa kanya. But this time, I think mas okay yung kanyang lane ngayon.
Mas okay yung lane niya, pero mas problema yung mid-game. Kasi if you look at the heroes of SIBOL Azul dito, they have all the tools to take down this Slark. They have stuns from the Sand King, the Ogre Magi, and the Mirana. Actually, Morphling din kapag nag-max attribute shift siya towards the strength. There's a kill threat on the bottom lane here. The Shadow Demon will be forced to use the disrupt mission accomplished.
Ang tagal ng cooldown ng disruption. That's 5 seconds already.
And wala Shadow Poison.
And there is indeed no Shadow Poison. Napapounce agad dito ang ating Slark pressure. Definitely, there's the arrows. Napakaganda naman nun.
My goodness.
After the fact na sinabi na natin na lamang na nga yung Dazzle over the Ember Spirit, binigyan pa siya ng first blood.
Yeah.
I think that lane is already bad for the Ember Spirit.
I have to say, ito yung sinasabi natin kanina sa draft, yung playing the lane draft game. Sand King will be playing into the Enchantress, pero hold that thought, Miranda dito being pounced on by the Slark. This is actually there, and makukuha na Grims, the revenge kill on Boomy.
Medyo matter slip up for the Miranda. I also like yung pwesto na nahuli siya doon courtesy of the Shadow Demon kasi ang hirap din tumakas doon without the leap.
Yeah.
And we know na arrow kasi yung una niya kinuha, and syempre disruption. It's like having yung dalawang illusions na yun, it's already almost 100% damage.
2 arrows, hits again.
It's like you said, medyo nasaktan with Earthshaker. But the Dazzle, if you have played this, ito yung pinaka-satisfying na lane ever. Like, imagine mo having an int hero laban sa isang Ember Spirit, tapos panalo-panalo ka.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the most satisfying moments ever if you're playing Dota.
For SIBOL Azul dito, no, they've gotten the lanes that they wanted. They wanted the Sand King against the Enchantress. Can never do anything against the Sand King if you're the Enchantress. Sige, maglilig kang Sentry Ward, pero right-clickin mo lang yung Sand King, wala rin kwenta. And sa bottom lane naman, the Morphling will be a better matchup against the Slark. Kasi it's very hard for them. Number 1, it's very hard for them to take down the Morphling. And number 2, pagdating ng level 3, there are a lot of kill threats dito kay Slark.
Yeah. Let's see how they will capitalize with the kill threats, like you said. We will see that later, but I guess for Team Pula, they're trying to fix this laning stage by getting the pulls off. Fortunately, they are successful with it.
I don't really recommend it. The reason why, kakagawa lang ni Mirana. There's a free XP para kay Mirana dito every single time na may arrow siya. Kapag wala silang makitang window, kukunin lang ni Mirana yung camp. Kaya nga ini-stack na nila for the Mirana to get some XP. And they're getting a lot of XP on the Morphling as well.
Well, they are at least fixing yung kanilang lane dito in terms of trying to look for a good start para sa ating Slark. 7-0 for this Slark. Not that bad, especially after the first death.
All three cores on the side of SIBOL Azul have better CS over the other cores on the side of SIBOL pula, and this is just because of the nature of the matchups.
Yun lang naman din talaga. Disruption setup, there's a stun as well.
Level 2. That's a level 2 Mirana.
Yeah. Well, meron leap, so makakataas talaga. Even Ogre Magic cannot be easily pressured dito by both of the duos. I mean, the trio pala dito ng team pula.
And si Shadow Demon dito, no, hindi niya pwede pakita yung mukha niya sa harap ni Ogre Magic. Kasi matatamaan talaga siya nung Fire Blast into Arrow. But at the very least, they have the right idea. The Slark is pushing the lane against the Morphling para ma-make sure niya na it's 3 versus 2 always against the duo.
Oh, look at this.
SIBOL Azul.
Early dive mula dito sa ating Shadow Priest, which is the Dazzle, almost taking down the Ember Spirit. That is TP Bird. Ngayon, dito may bandang baba, nag-aagos for the root, but it's gonna be the Ogre Magic down for the count.
This is the effect of the Slark pushing the lane. Again, 3 versus 2. Medyo curious ako kung may tango sana si Dazzle doon. Could have caught the 3 doon, tapos dumikit siya ng konti sa creep wave niya. Would have gotten the kill with the blast. Anong ano to? Shadow wave?
Shadow wave.
Yeah, Shadow wave.
Well, nevertheless, Kuya Midnight, napakalaki pa rin ng lamang. Especially after nung napatipi Ember Spirit. Kinakailangan niyang mag-walk of shame papunta sa mid lane. Actually, di kanya magagawa kasi takot pa rin siya dito sa Dazzle. Only thing that he can do is wait for the lane to come to sa side niya ng Torre. And in the process, magja-jungle na lang siya. So this is definitely a free game for the Dazzle. 27 CS compare mo sa 14 CS dito ng Ember Spirit.
Ito na yung pinaka-demonyong lane mashup na makukuha mo.
Oo. Dazzle na may first blood.
Grabe.
Oh,
may
no
magnet.
way. Mayroong magnet. Napakaganda dito. Is there gonna be a follow-up however? Mukhang wala na yun.
Walang TP.
No TP on the Shaker. And they know this. There's the Bloodlust. May leap na rin kasama habang inaabot nila dito Earthshaker. Ang pwede nila magawa dito ng ating Shaker ay ubusin ng oras ang dalawang supports. I think that his death is ensured and that's gonna be a kill para na naman ulit sa Team Azul.
Sa level 4 Morphling, should be very careful.
Ang kate, Kuya Midnight. And they know na this Morphling
can 1v
attribute shift lang.
1v1. Can actually 1v2 against this lane.
I'll take your tribute.
Yeah, because there's really no legit chain stun mula sa side ng Team Pula. Kaya hindi nila sobrang mapapunish dito yung attribute shift.
Yeah, you might say that there is a kill threat with the Disruption, Soul Catcher, then Dark Pack combination. Pero that puts you in the territory na libre kayong patay ng Morphling. Kapag hindi nyo napatay yung Morphling, attribute shift, then right-click down, wave with the wave for the catch. Then suddenly the Shadow Demon cannot save the Slark anymore kasi ginamit yun yung Disruption.
Yeah. Like force out the saves dun sa core tapos try mo na lang patayin yung supports in the process.
Ito talaga pinakakawawang game sa ano. Pinakakawawang hero sa game natin ngayon.
But just level 5 as of this moment. Ngayon, ang professional na lang dito yung Slark. Look at the damage coming out of the Morphling. This is good though, Disruption. Force out yung ating Morphling. But like you said, wala nang Disruption for a lot of seconds now. Pwede na magkaroon ng kontra ulit dito ng Team Azul.
Nakikita mo yung nakikita mo yung experience talaga ng mga teams. Ogre Magi was trying to block the pounce and Morphling, he's waiting for the pounce to come out. Kaya hindi niya ginagamit yung waveform. Aside from the fact na medyo maliit na yung range yan, medyo melee na nga yung waveform. But still, the experience, sabi niya, hindi ko gagamitin yung waveform hanggat hindi nagpa-pounce yung Slark.
And the fact na hindi pa niya ginagamit opts the Slark to not use the pounce. So parang nagkakaroon sila ng ambahan doon. Sino ba talaga unang magsiskill sa atin? And eventually that will favor the Morphling because the Morphling can easily stay din sa lane na yun sa may bottom. So with the levels that he does have, this time though, may attribute shift na ginamit. Ang gandang adaptive strike naman doon. Midnight.
Again, yan yung kill threat nila. Yan yung kill threat nila into the Morphling. The Disruption Soul Catcher. Problem is wala siyang Shadow Poison stacks and hindi talaga enough yung damage output nila to take him down.
Grabe yung mastery dito ng ating Morphling. And even yung kanyang kumpiyansa, sobrang kalmado niya tinig yun. And there's gonna be a push in here in the mid lane. I don't think that December Spirit has a business staying here. Hindi ko wag ka mag-stay dyan Nako po, buti na lang talaga may nakaharang pa na konti dito.
Ginamit yung arrow.
Actually, arrow pala has been already been used.
Sige, naku po.
Oh no, this is scary.
Unless... Okay. Habol, may poison sa... Oh, he's dead.
Oh no, he's dead. He dead.
Bested.
Bested indeed ang ating Ember Spirit doon.
Baby out.
Mamba out para sa ating Dazzle. Papunta sa Shrine, I feel.
Walang stun ginamit na ni Earthshaker yung stun.
And this Miranda is having a lot of farm as well. Dahil sa kanyang mga arrows.
Going for the Earth before the boots. Classic Mirana itemization. And I think this is for the Slark.
For the Slark, for the
Enchantress,
Edge. Sulit na sulit. Well, for the start, I think it can be Dark Pact hit.
Yeah, it can be Dark Pact, but at the very least, forces out Dark Pact.
And syempre, pag na-timing mo na after the Dark Pact, di ba?
Going for the Midas,
Well, yung Enchantress natin dito has to make a play anytime soon dahil kailangan niya mag-create ng space for the Ember Spirit as well as the Strike. Specifically yung Ember Spirit na nakikita natin yan, sobrang pressure na sa ating mapa.
And as you see, Bottle boots lang, wala pa yung face boost. Although he does have the Blades of Attack. So he can farm at a pace na talagang makakahabol siya in the specific game. But the pressure is still gonna be amplified here on the side of SIBOL as well. Once lumabas na yung level 7, yung Morphin dito can really fight into anyone on the side of SIBOL.
There's the arrow, napakagandang connection dito. No Dark Pact used just yet. Half HP ating Slark, but Slark does have the Shadow Dance, so wala rin siyang takot. And also 17 stacks onto that magic one. Oh, but that's a gitna. This is a very good measure. Pero tingnan mo yung damage, no? Able to kill the Shaker this time. There's gonna be disruption, pero ano magagawa niya? Dapat sa Dazzle with a bad juju.
Oh my god.
We saw how much he did the damage, and this guy is dead. Double kill para sa ating Dazzle. December Spirit. Unfortunately, wala na mga stuns dito ang Team Azul. If he stays any longer, he might be killed by this 3-man gang squad. There will indeed be a stun.
Careful lang. Can actually go for the kill with the double rem na. Hindi na umabot.
Has to back down and he goes down. And buhay na buhay ang ating Dazzle. Ownage mula sa Team Azul.
Again, basics of a lane matchup. That's a Dazzle against an Ember Spirit. They knew na mag-Ember yung SIBOL pala dito. I'm guessing right now, you would have been better off with a Puck. But still, it is the draft advantage talaga na meron ang last pick. You get the ultimate counter sa mga kahit ano pang matchup.
Inabati ko pala mga signal boys. Ayan, lalakad. What's good? What's good? What's good? Ito, merong initiation epicenter gonna be used by our players at update. And ito na, Sabugin din sa baba, 1v1 with the Great One. Sino mananalo? Mukhang Morphling ang medyo lemado dito. Pero naging 2v1 ang ating situation into the bottom lane. Nagpagdap ka Slark. Almost surviving that. But against 2 wars, it would have been great.
You know, that play alone shows you na talagang kabisado ni Natsumi yung Morphling. He knew na may extrang HP pa yung isang replicate. He replicated to tank the damage ng Dark Pact. Unfortunately, may Ember Spirit with the Sleight of Fist. Alam mo, mas maganda sana kung kinuha niya yung, kung kinopen niya yung Ember. Para ma-dodge niya yung Dark Pact.
Oh yeah, that's true. Pero I guess because hindi mataas na level of Sleight of Fist.
Panic.
No, well maybe because late din dumating Ember Spirit, nagamit niya yung replicate already on the Slark. I wanna ask though, if you transfer to the Slark, do you get the essence shield stack?
Pag nawala na yung replicate, nawawala lahat ng buff kay Morphling.
Including the essence shield.
So basically, Morphling lang talaga.
Okay. Well. Nevertheless, may isang napaka-stack dito. This is their stack taking potential. Shadow Poison to whittle down the HP, tapos i-clear out with the Dark Pact. Well, at least you're giving some gold na rin dun sa yung Shadow dito.
Again, malaking problema to for SIBOL pala. I think if you're the Morphling, you just either rush the Manta style Ice Scuddy or go for an E-Blade.
Yeah. Radiant structure.
Kasi hindi problema yung teamfight mo in this game. You can copy a lot of heroes on the side of SIBOL pula. One option is get the Shadow Demon. Second option is get the Earthshaker. But the highest priority is the Ember Spirit. It provides a lot of man fight against SIBOL pula.
Well, one thing na kailangan i-take note dito ng Team SIBOL pula is yung push potential ng Team Azul dito is napakahirap ng alunin. You don't really have the way to group up against them. Don't have much wave clear. Siguro meron kang Ember Spirit pero that's the entirety of your wave clear. Buti na lang nakatakas doon. If he gets the chain stun is more than enough to get it down.
That is actually a miscom. Dapat nauna yung stun ni Ogre Magic. Kasi nasa location naman yung punoon eh. Hindi siya abot ng vision ni Ember Spirit.
Nevertheless, I think yung lane pressure pa rin naman yung mas importante dito. Particularly yung push potential coming out from Team Azul.
May good pa basta?
Not sure. Look at this. Meron kang Sandstorm at meron kang Dazzle.
Yung may Shadow Grave.
This is gonna be really,
Radiant's
really scary.
top tower is under attack.
May Ogre Magi pang
Dire's middle tower is under
happy na
attack.
mag-scout for
Oh,
you.
makunat yan, makunat yan.
You have the Slark this time.
Kapit
They have the double damage. Ember
There you
Spirit is coming. And napakita Siri Chase naman may Shadow Dance na ginamit.
Flame
Pero
Guard.
nahabol pa rin
Look at
dito
the Flame
with the
Guard.
Flame Guard. Slide of Fist. Not enough, however. Nevertheless, they fended off the push. At nakakuha pa sila napakaraming gold out of the wave clear. And all of a sudden, you have the Blink Daggers available for both the Shaker and the Sand King.
Baba pala yung farm nila Tsumi dito.
Well, it is a try late.
Yeah, heavily pressured din.
Yeah. No, I think that it's more because... Actually, hindi. Yung timing dito, if you imagine, having 6k at 12 minutes is
Radiant
okay.
are scanning.
But I think it's just that yung start nakapag-stacks lang siya.
Yeah.
So I guess yun. Kasi if you look at the net worth advantage, sobrang taas pa rin para sa team.
Yeah, for sure. It's still scary for
Dire
SIBOL pala
are
that
scanning.
Morphling can freely farm during the mid-game timing. Kasi ang pinakamalaking problema nila is yung Sand King tsaka yung Dazzle. So, hindi nila pwedeng titigan yung Morphling kasi may Dazzle tsaka Sand King na tatrabahuhin yung mapa mo. At the same time, you don't really provide any legitimate kill threat against the Morphling. Nakita natin kanina, they needed the Soul Catcher Disruption combination from the Shadow Demon. And Ember Spirit, kulang pa yung damage shot dito. I think kailangan niya ibuhos lahat ng remnant niya. Pero pag ginawa mo yun sa harap ng isang Dazzle.
Oh no. Dodge the Barrow Strike. Sa magandang gawain mula sa Ember Spirit. But the stun will be there. Arrow. Hindi nga lang dito. He's not even attempted, but the multi-cast is there. Oh, Echo Slam!
My God!
Hitting onto 2. Napakaganda naman noon. But it comes the Barrow Strike once again into the epicenter. Now, the Ember Spirit jumping towards dun sa may bandang likod as they take out the third member, make that 4. All of a sudden, Team SIBOL pula with that good Echo Slam eliminates 4 members
Radiant's
of Azul.
bottom tower
That's the
is under
surprise
attack.
reveal of SIBOL pula. They
Dire
caught
structures
SIBOL Azul in a
are
very awkward position, and after that
Dire's middle
beautiful
tower is under
beautiful
attack.
Echo Slam from the Earthshaker, again, that is the reveal of the Blink Dagger. Naunahan niya kasi si Sand King. He wanted to cast the epicenter. Ang problema, hindi niya makita yung mga tamang heroes sa tatalunan niya.
That initiation alone
Dire's middle
really
tower
solved
is
all
under
of the
attack.
problems of people lang ngayon. Again, they have legit contention against
Dire's
Team
middle
Azul.
tower has
Don't
fallen.
get me wrong, however. I think Team Azul, they still are ahead.
Yeah.
Pero the fact na meron silang Echo Slam na really explosive to say the least. At least meron silang win condition dito.
Yeah, it's still a tool that can take down the Morphling.
refuse
Problem
to
is, kinamit
give
nila, they want a team fight, pero SIBOL Azul, they're definitely feeling comfortable on this Morphling on the bottom lane. Hindi mamamatay yung Morphling ito.
At the very least, yun nga, yung kanilang trump card doon. Makes me wonder, for Team Azul ba, are they still looking to push constantly pa rin? Because I think that they are.
I think just control the map of SIBOL pula dito. Don't let them farm. Of course, the Shadow Dance here on
Shadow
the
Dance.
start.
Agad na pwede
Uy,
nila
nag-TP
doon.
yung ES libre na yung bottom lane, and you see the lines being drawn here by Demerana. Boy, walang ES dyan. Push mo yung Torre.
And well, the
Dire's
exchange
top
will be
tower is
top
under
lane at
attack.
least para sa Team Pula
Dire's
dito. But
structures are fortified.
this is
Shadows
tier 1 in
take us.
comparison to tier 2.
Radiant's
This is
bottom
a
tower
very
is
nice
under
movement
attack.
from SIBOL Azul.
Dire's
Alam nila na
top
bawal
tower is
depensahan
under attack.
itong lane na to kasi nag-TP na nga yung Earthshaker dito sa lane na to. So, technically, dalawa lang yung pwede magpakita. And they're
look
right!
at this!
They're right!
Surprise! And now they'll take a shot. Oh, napakaganda
Dire's
disruption.
top tower
Get kill up though. I think it's still gonna
Radiant's
be a
bottom
kill.
tower is
Although
under
may
attack.
Shadow Blade na ginamit to bait out the commitment mula sa Shaker. The Shaker goes down.
And they're gonna be able to get the tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. Perfect information control here for
Radiant's
SIBOL
bottom
Azul.
tower
They
has
realized na
fallen.
dalawa lang yung pwede mag-TP dito sa part ng mapa na to. Ember Spirit can remnant in, pero technically yung ES mo wala na sa pwesto.
Dahil sa fact na napakaganda ng start for the course of Azul at this point, yung kanilang Morphling can farm by himself. Kasi yung 4-man gap squad dito na Team Azul forces out already all of the rotations mula sa pula, leaving no pressure at all dun sa Morphling. Because of the fact na napakataas ng farm ng 4-man gang squad nga dito ng Azul, kayang-kaya nilang lumaban on their own against 5.
The next power spike that SIBOL pula is looking for is the BKB from the Ember Spirit, not the Slark. Kahit pa sabihin natin may BKB Slark dito, it's not the best of games. He's not the monster that he is. Kailangan niya pa ng Eye of Scatty. We're looking at the BKB charge. Ay, the BKB from the Ember Spirit. Kasi siya yung charge ng dito ng SIBOL pula. Siya yung frontline para sa kanila at the same time. Siya yung main damage dealer nila.
That is scary, however, Kuya Midnight. Nakikita natin ngayon yung farm ng Ember Spirit. Hindi gano'n kataas ka.
Wala pang
Still
Maelstrom.
ways
Radiant's top
away
tower is
mula
under
sa kanyang
attack.
BKB.
Are
If he
scanning.
does get the Maelstrom, maybe his farming speed will change. Pero nakita natin kanina, even
Dyer's
yung kanyang
bottom
jungle na
tower is
contest.
under attack.
If you look back kanina, yung Mirana actually ninakawan siya ng big trip.
Inaraw lang eh, no?
Hindi nga araw eh, Starfall nga.
Oh. And ang problem kasi na kinakaharap ni Ember Spirit dito, kahit sabihin natin subukan niyang gawin yun, there is a Sand King na may Blink Dagger, Veil of Discord. Isang combo lang ng Epicenter Barrow Strike, may follow-up damage pa yan sa kanyang mga kampe. Mamamatay talaga siya.
That's some D-words dito mula sa team pula. Into the vicinity, medyo nandito pa rin ang mga team Azul.
And ramdam mo, yung Morphling natin, immortal talaga. The Slark can't even, force the Morphling out of this lane. And SIBOL pula, they know na hindi sila pwede maghiwa-hiwalay. Even the supports na nag-did the word, nagpapasama kay Ember Spirit.
Oo. This can easily be picked off by any member of Team Azul at this point. Scarier by the minute.
Ito lang yung gusto ko ng SIBOL as well. This ward in the jungle is doing a lot. It controls the information. The Morphling is very safe. Alam niya na Slurk lang yun nandito sa lane na to. And sabihin na natin hindi kita ng SIBOL as well yung triangle camp ng SIBOL pula dito. The thing is, hindi importante yun. Alam nila na hindi nila pwede alisan yung area na. Kasi once na subukan nilang puntahan yung Morphling, there is gonna be a dazzle that will melt the towers on the top lane and in the middle lane.
Come to a point na mayroon tayong mech Necronomicon dun sa Dazzle.
Yeah.
Napakahirap na yung makipaglaban against the army of Team Azul.
Yeah. Again, walang problema for SIBOL Azul. Once na hindi na nila nakikita yung heroes ng SIBOL pala, just assume na nagpunta sila dito sa area na to. They're gonna be able to see the Morphling, pero they have the kill. And they get the kill though. Shrine already used Moonlight Shadow, perfect timing.
Oh, nice. That line drawn by our Ops. By the way, big shoutouts to Aluboy. Si Starboy.
Best Ops. Out Asia.
Nice by all.
Kung may SEA Games ng Ops, panalo tayo.
Dyer's bottom tower
Ops
is under
battle, no?
attack.
Sana may ganun eh.
Dyer's
Ops
bottom
battle.
tower
Oh,
has fallen.
this Russian timing is perfect. Makikita sila dito ng Ember Spirit though. Oh, remember, set up sila ng Echo Slam, pero may Guardian Thieves.
They do have the Guardian Thieves. Very nice Fisher. Wala dun sa ating Shaker. I
Wala
think
yung
this is
Slug,
enough
though.
to force out.
Pag nagpakita yung Slug sa baba, it might force SIBOL Azul to make a play here.
Tempting. There's the play. May Veil of Discord though, by the way. Kaya mo nila makakit. There's the disruption agad. But the epicenter, perfect na setup. Naku kung ginamit yung disruption against them. Attacking nga lang natin. Dito, there is gonna be the arrow. But
Oh, nagkamali ng TP Slug!
But because of the Fisher, enough, there's the TP. That was cancelled.
Yeah, he TP'd on the wrong shrine. So, Ember Spirit trying to catch. Pero remember, wala kayong Slug.
We don't have the start at this moment. The TP is
Click in,
not
Barrow Strike, then Ember
available.
Spirit, nice Remnant out.
Remnant out para hindi mahuli dito ng ating Barrow Strike.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
And after, sa lahat ng ambaan na nangyari, wala namatay.
Yeah, that was scary for SIBOL pula. Maling target lang talaga yung nakita ni Sanjay. It was the Enchantress. And perfect for SIBOL pula naman kasi naka-pipe na si Van.
There is a pipe onto the edge kaya sobrang kunan niya at that moment.
Yeah, alam kasi niya kaya dinelay yung epicenter kanina. Alam kasi niya may disruption na paparating. So he waited for the perfect setup. Unfortunately, again, may heal kasi and may pipe din si Enchantress at that time. So talagang nawala lang yung teamfight presence ng SIBOL Azul. But again, that was scary kasi nagkamali ng TP Slug.
I have a question though, is since in Dazzle, there will come a time na sa late game is hindi na siya ganun ka-effective. Say the least, medyo hindi na siya ganun ka-late game scaling. Is it safe to say na yung Slark, Ember Spirit is gonna be enough versus just a Morphling?
I would say no. Kasi yung Dazzle dito, the nature of the Dazzle in this specific patch is hindi na siya yung heavily focused on push. Kung makikita natin hindi na siya nag-mech dito is going for defensive items, that's the save for the Morphling. And kapag umabot tayo ng ultra late game, and remember may Midas to, mabilis mag-farm yung Dazzle. With the cooldown reduction, makakapag-farm siya ng Hex. Hex against Ember Spirit and Slark is very good, especially against Ember Spirit kasi the hero doesn't really build stat items. So kapag nahuli nila sa Ember dito, sobrang dali lang i-burst down.
Speaking of huli, minuli ang Cadence Echo Slam. Not gonna be enough, however. May shallow river. Yes, there will be. At naku po, napasama na yung Earthshaker dito. He goes down. BKB para doon sa ating the disruption will be there. Not gonna be enough, however, to lock down anyone from Team Azul this time. There's the buyback mula doon sa ating Dazzle. Ogre Magi already done for the count. Take out mula sa ating Sand King, but the Barrow Strike is gonna be there. The stun still follows through. The very least. Nakapag-force nga ng buyback doon at Team Pula.
Kinulang sa firepower si Morphling dito. He jumped the Earthshaker just to make sure na hindi na siya makapag-re-engage. Unfortunately, kasi ginamit na niya lahat eh. So it was not the proper target for the Morphling, but at the very least, he gets a trade-off. He would have wanted to get the Ember Spirit or the Slark. Unfortunately, nasa harap kasi. They were trying to take down the Dazzle.
I want to go back to sa late game discussion natin dito ay Midnight. Who do you favor in the latter stages of the game?
I would still favor SIBOL as well just because of the fact na
Radiant
walang papatay kay
are
Morphling.
scanning.
The Slark and Ember Spirit is not enough!
Oh, speaking of the killing potential, tingnan mo naman gano'n kabilisan on the Shadow Demon is still march forward. The stun, flowing flank ginamit dito. No more echoes na available. Fisher is not that good enough. Buyback mula sa ating Shadow Demon. As that's gets a double kill. BKB para din sa ating Slark. Does have the Shadow Dance, but the Shallow Grave will be there. Makatakas pa si Mok. Mukhang hindi na yata magiging successful as the Miranda is gonna as well as the Ogre Magic dito. Sobrang baba na lang kanyang HP. 2 down on the side of Azul after double buybacks completed by Team Pula.
Yeah, you see how hard it is for SIBOL Pula to take down the heroes of SIBOL Azul, and it gives a lot of time for Morphling to take them down.
Arrow connected, but of course the Dark Pact was there. Team SIBOL Pula mukhang makukuha nila erosion dito, specifically because there's no buyback on the on the Sand King, and there's no epicenter. Now meron ng epicenter.
12 seconds though. Aabot ba? I don't think
I don't
aabot
think so.
sila dito. Pero they can definitely make something out of this Roshan pit, Roshan play na SIBOL
There we
Pula.
go. Time to go for this. Napakagad ng Fisher naman nun.
Out of the Sand King, out of the Sand King.
Sand King is here. Yes. Oh, the Morphling. Oh, yung Morphling. Kinapos. There's no Sand King actually, but the Age is already nakainado na. Medyo malakas na yata dito yung ating Sand King. Does have the epicenter though. Pero mukhang makamatay mo na siya. Yes, he will fall. 50 seconds left. Napakaganda Fisher. Locked down 2 members of Team Azul. And they both stun of the Ember Spirit, but the Ember Spirit will not survive. Enchantress also falls. TP out para sa ating Shadow. Fisher, wala kay Natsumi. Napakaganda naman nun. And Shadow Demon mukhang mapapatay na yata. And the Slark as well. Stage is popped.
That was the arrow from the Mirana, by the way.
The arrow from the Miranda. They still want
They're blocking the bounce.
They're blocking the bounce indeed. Pero may BKB doon. The Shadow Dance as well committed.
Naka-Akarims yung Morphling natin. Habol. NBA, mga kaibigan. Habulin ka hanggat may lupa. Wala nang BKB sa Slark dito. The arrow connects pero mada-dark pack.
Last fraction of a second para sa Dark Pact natin. Shallow Grave early.
Radiant's middle tower
Commitment
is
doon
under
wala din sa ating Dazzle, but that's enough to fend off the Slark. All of a sudden, this is a 4 versus 5.
And the raid boss that he is, the Morphling, with the Aghanim Scepter. Kahit sinong copy niya, sobrang value ng skill, especially the Earthshaker. Even the Ember Spirit is not a bad option kasi sobrang layo ng Sleight of Fist. At the same time, meron kang Flame Guard, free protection from the magic damage output of SIBOL Pula.
Yeah. The mana cost reduction, sobrang ganda sa mga heroes na spammable yung skills. Like for example, yung Shadow Demon, already napakataas ng value doon. But then again, like you said, so much value out of the Earthshaker. Having constant totem pressure, constant Fisher pressure.
Yeah.
And syempre, meron kang additional stun. Sobrang daling mag-juggle din.
Pero this will change this will change the tempo of the game. Yung paparating nga F-Scuddy kay Slark, he's gonna be able to tank a lot of damage side ng SIBOL Azul. And si Ember Spirit na dito talaga yung highest priority na target dito for the Sand King. Kapag kumonekta yung Barrow Strike kay Ember Spirit, it will be easier for SIBOL Azul to take the fight.
With the BKB.
Yeah, malapit na.
Malapit na. 700 gold away. And definitely, that will change the tide of the game if used properly.
Can actually make for a smoke play dito.
Yung
SIBOL Azul. Yeah.
Okay.
Use. It's a safety item. It allows you to disable one hero during the team fight. Pero I would have preferred a Crimson Guard or Halberd.
Nullifier. Guess na gusto rin makuha dito.
Ang haba nung Barrow Strike. One thing to note pala, no, yung Barrow Strike initiation ng Morphling, pag nakita niya patay.
Because of the range.
Yeah.
Range increase.
I think he's still going back for the E-Blade. There you go. E-Blade pa rin yung target niya rito. His priority target is the Ember Spirit. Pag nakita niya si Kim Elizabeth or si Pio, talagang mamamatay agad yung Ember Spirit natin.
Fortunately para sa Team Pula dito, hindi sila nakalabas sa mapa. So there's really, well, they are outside of their base, pero hindi sila mas matalino ng team as well because of their positioning around the map.
Yeah, and the Earthshaker is protecting the Slark. from any kind of initiation na pwedeng gawin ng Sibol Azul. Mirana titisin. Arrow will not connect. Alam na nila na nandito yung Mirana. One information that can take into
There's the
consideration.
stun, there's the chain stun with the totem. Deep, napakaganda naman nun. Bong actually napadadad sa kanyang Barrow Strike as they chase down the Shaker.
That range!
Yan na naman, gaano kalayo because of the Aghanim Scepter onto the Morphling.
Sobrang lala. Isang buong monitor. Feeling ko hindi rin nakita rin Natsumi yung hero niya nung in-stun niya yung Earthshaker.
Saktong-sakto. Especially if you know that you have to just target the ground, diba?
Yeah.
Dire's bottom
Perfect.
tower
Tsaka
is
mind
under
you,
attack.
may extra range yun kapag tinarget mo sa lupa.
Yeah.
It will connect 50 range further. It's like the Earth Spike ni Lion. Pag ginamit mo sa lupa, mas mahaba yung range.
Just like nga, the Earth Spike mula dun sa Lion. And we know na yung Morphling dito is unkillable like I said.
Oh yeah.
Ghost Scepter, basically. Very easily.
Kuya talaga.
Oh, look at the range! All the initiation natin sa Barrow Strike. I don't think that this will...
Oh, the block! The block!
Oh, nice block doon para hindi nga naman makapag-pounce.
Barrow Strike from the Morphling
dito.
Barrow Strike from the Morphling.
Now, look at that range onto the Shaker this time. May stun na connect na dito pero anong magagawa ng Shaker? Wala na. Dalawa ang napatay dito sa side ng pula. As the side of Team SIBOL,
They can go high ground.
they will march high ground. Look at that initiation there as well from Bok. Threatening a good Barrow Strike.
Yeah, they're prepping the vision.
Are indeed prepping the vision dito. Vice, but a Barrow Strike will be there, and there's the stun as well. Connect na dito. The burst down, it's not gonna be enough for the Spirit Vessel. Masyado na yatang late. But it doesn't matter, they will just try to push. Ngayon, you start dito knowing that this is a 3v5. Na-try na lang niya mag-grip cut. But however, this is
middle barracks
not gonna be enough.
They're respecting the fact that the Earthshaker is respawning in 10 seconds. And Moonlight Shadow, this is fake back for Sibol Azul. Pag may nagpakit sa middle lane, again, the range from the Morphling is gonna be a huge problem for Sibol Pula. Hindi sila pwede bumaba dyan sa area na yan. They will smoke, pero they will meet Sibol Azul in this area.
And you saw that item picked up by the Morphlings in the left blade. Damage, and do they have the gem?
I think that's just a sentry.
Sentry lang,
Yeah.
yung ginamit.
They're looking for the sandwich plate. May drenowing na sa mapa na gusto nila ikutan, pero problem is again yung range. Morphling dito. Ito may ginagawa ng SK.
Soul Catcher will be there. There's the Yules, pero may Barrow Strike dito onto
What the
the Enchantress this time. And now, Earthshaker's down, pero may kapalit dito. That's a Sand King down as well. Ogre Magi, mababa yung HP dito, but the Shallow Grave is there. More than naman Shadow Demon dito with the Morphling. Napakita Barrow Strike naman once again. Eventually, the Ogre Magi will fall. There's the Slark with the BKB. Trying to go for the Morphling this time, pero hindi pa rin nila mapatay. Pero pa rin Shallow Grave. Triple kill na si Natsumi dito. Barrow Strike palayo. Hinahabol dito ni Slark. Mag-aabol lang sila, but of course, makakatakas pa rin siya. Natsumi, the Morphling.
Anime na anime, Kuya Wolf. Hindi mamatay-matay yung bida natin. And looking at how Sibol Azul is playing for this Morphling, SK is just marching forward. Pre, ito may hero dito. Pakistan.
On top of that, may Shadow Grave.
Oh my God, he's dead.
Is under attack.
Who's gonna die? Wala na bouncer sa Barrow Strike. Play Dark Maka ka, pero wala ang takas.
No buyback.
Natsumi is beyond godlike.
One Punch Man, Kuya Wolf. Ayaw mamatay. And isang combo ka lang. Barrow Strike, E-Blade combination. Hindi na nga kinailangan the Adaptive Strike. And this Morphling, again, we've talked about how this Morphling is gonna be a monster in the late game. There's no single hero on the side of Sibol Pula that can man fight against this hero.
With it says na si Natsumi, this is their auditions essentially. Barrow Strike connected dito sa dalawa yung Natsumi. Look at the range of the Barrow Strike. Reaches 2 at mukhang makakabomba. Kill pa yata lang. Makababa na HP dito na Shadow Demon. Will they take down the Morphling? There's the Echoes of finally. Napatay na nga nila. Now, that's gonna be the Dazzle. Meron nga ba siyang sustainability dito? Yes, they have it. Searing Change Collector, Shallow Grave will be there. But I think Dazzle might fall nonetheless. After this expires, and indeed he will fall. Now they cancel onto the Ogre Magi. Additional kill, extra kill dito. Para sa Team Pula. 3 down inside of Team Azul.
It's quite ironic that you mentioned audition, then suddenly pumasok si Morphling into the pit of Sibol Pula.
Well,
nag-audition.
Nag-audition nga talaga. Nevertheless, napakalakas pa rin ng firepower dito ng Team Azul.
Again, Soul Catcher, Echo Slam, kapag kumonekta kay Morphling yun, that's the thing that napapatay kay Natsumi.
I'm not entirely sure if there's a Spirit Vessel available for the pula side, or Team SIBOL pula. Because definitely merong Spirit Vessel dito sa Team Azul.
Yeah.
I don't think they have. Well, I guess they're relying on the Soul Catcher para mayroon silang damage dapat sa isang Morphling, which is again HP removal.
Medyo useless din kasi may Manta Style. Ang aga na kunin Natsumi yung Manta Style.
So there will be a push.
Kasi that's the only thing na i-dispel ni Natsumi dito. Kasi hearing Chains, he will just back up.
Middle tower has fallen.
Lower strength. Yung Spirit Vessel, yun lang talaga yung Manta Style niya.
Little bit of pressure in here mula sa Team SIBOL pula. But easily nakakondepensa dito.
Alam mo yung pinipe nila yung creep wave pero ang bilis pa rin mamatay. Sobrang taas ang damage output ng Sandkin.
Yeah, that's the Sandstorm and the Barrow Strike. Definitely. Siyempre, meron ka na rin Caustic Finale on top of it.
Problems.
May nahuli dito. This is weird from Bok really getting what by that as easily.
After the turns and the Spirit, don't really recommend the item. I would have preferred the Shiva's Guard or a Lincoln Spear. They need a lot of protection from Morphling and the Dazzle. Physical damage.
At the very least, mapaprolong niya yung mga teamfights, diba?
Yeah, it gives you a lot of mobility stats as well to survive the initial damage of the E-Blade. Tsaka yung combo ni Morphling tsaka ni SK. Pero it doesn't really help your teamfight.
Well now, nakikita natin na medyo lumalaban pa rin ang team mula dito. Definitely the advantage is still on the side of Team Azul. So yun was at 34-minute mark. Moonshard actually kino-consider dito ng ating started Nando. So Moonlight Shadow has been committed as well mula sa team. So, finally, the Aghanim Scepter para sa Ember Spirit ay nakuha na nga.
Wala siyang buyback dito.
Yup, no buyback.
Oh no. Oh, nakita ni Bok.
Oh, double Barrow Strike.
Nakita siya nang galing yung Morphling.
Oh no. The Sand King, kinailangan niyang mag-blink Barrow Strike siya. Barrow Strike lang.
Ang lapit niya na nandun na siya sa may neutral camp. Yung Morphling nang galing sa likod ng strike.
Pero this means that the Roshan is gonna be available para sa Team SIBOL Azul.
Even if they want to contest this one, you need a blind Echo Slam from SIBOL pula. Again, that doesn't feel that good. Kasi hindi mo kaya i-burst on those. Grabe naman sila.
The prize is done.
Napakakati. And they also have cheese this time. Lotus Orb para sa ating Mirana. I like this.
There's no Assault Kiras on the spot. I would have preferred the Assault Kiras. Again, it's like the Shiva's Guard ni Ember Spirit. Kasi kung nagsabay yung dalawang item na yun, it would give you a lot of teamfight potential against SIBOL Azul. Kasi you would survive the right-click damage of the Morphling and the Dazzle. And yung E-Blade, ang dami mo namang pang-save dun. You have to disrupt from the Shadow Demon. At the same time, kapag hindi ka na-burst, may heal ka from the enchant. May pipe ka rin.
Hindi ka mag-disengage.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
And another fire pa rin para dito kay Sand King.
That's for the Slark. Para hindi siya makagamit ng Big Eve.
Exactly.
Pero nada-dark pack siya. But at the very least, hindi instant yung Big Eve.
You can use
Ember Spirit din.
Yep, Ember Spirit. Mawala ng takas.
Is under attack.
Is down. I think nag-threaten na dito na umakyat ang Team Azul. Pushing. They do have the Aegis and Cheese. Big minion wave, big creep wave na rin. So dito nasasamba dito si
Lotus Orb agad.
Lotus Orb instantly from the Mirana just to be safe, completely safe.
Modifiers on the Sand King, and I really like how Bok itemizes this game. He knows that someone's job is to stop the split push from the Slark. So he bought the Boots of Travels para pwede siya mag-TP back, then Travels back.
Oh no, this is a very good Moonlight after the Dark Pack nakapo. Pero the stun not gonna connect. Oh, forcing out the Big AB. And the bounce. Okay.
Yeah, they just force the Big AB. They don't.
And they're happy with this.
Yeah, they didn't want to fully commit with the Morphling. Hindi nga nireplicate. Actually, nireplicate naman, pero hindi in-attempt na stun ni...
I thought I saw Morphling na nag-Mask of Madness. So apparently, meron lang siyang quarter stack.
Nabuo lang.
Oh no! My God! Ano connection?
Ano nangyari?
Yes, it is a kill!
Oh my God! Happened? Nando, stepping outside of your base. This is not the typical experience that you will see from this player.
Of course.
Alam mo na may catch, may immense range yung SIBOL Azul. and you went out of your base without any form of vision.
This is not good at all. 1 minute and 10 seconds. Nawala yung ating Slark. Aakit na dito ang Team Azul. Down na agad yung isang barracks doon. And Natsumi, wala na siyang takot. There's really no contention from the side of Team Pula this time. Maybe they can glyph. But how can they defend against this morphing? Maybe the Echo Slam will be good. Doon na sa madalinguran. May Ever Spirit na rin. Look at them go! Napakatas na damage dito magically. And there's the burst down already. Now yung Ogre Magi mag-survive for long enough. Aegis has been popped as well. Bok might have to run away. Napakagandang use. But will this be enough? Yes, it will be. There's the Battle Strike ulit. Now, Natsumi trying to get a kill but will not be successful in doing so. Double buyback wala dito sa Team Azul. And what was that from the Shaker?
Yeah. Yung ano din, yung Remnants, binukos niya yung 5.
Oo.
Sobrang taas ng magic
First
damage.
down. So good.
Yeah.
6.3k total damage.
The Maelstrom
Never Spirit
Frogs,
alone.
the Sleight of Fist, and the Remnants from
And,
Pio.
wow. Doesn't change the fact though. Mukhang lalaban pa rin dito.
Yeah, na-burn lahat.
Na-burn nga lahat dito. Oh, Echo Snap. So they don't have a threat. And the Slark is still 4 seconds out. So makakuha sila na isang set of stocks sa gitna.
Trabaho lang.
Epicenter just to celebrate yung kanilang pag-takedown ng barracks.
That's to make sure din na hindi maghahabol yung sunod nila. Oh, another jump in from the Morphling. Able to get the kill on the Shadow Demon.
There's the Qualifier, by the way.
Pero hindi kinakaya ni Ember Spirit. Will be able to remnant out, pero still the Morphling survives. And he is gonna be able to take down Nando once again.
Double kill agad dito. Kill spree agad siya. Mirana trying to chase someone pero mukhang wala siyang abutan. I think that they're more than happy with it. The Slark again falling.
Bottom lane, they're fortifying. Alam nila that this Earthshaker is just trying to delay the push.
Napakagandang fortify naman noon mula dito sa side ng Team SIBOL Azul. At ito na nga, lalaban na nga sila.
Oh my God!
What a Battle Strike once again! May
Walang
Battle Strike,
ligtas.
double Battle Strike! Patay agad dito ang isa, that's a Shadow Demon. On top of the fact that the Slark is down for the count. Tinatangke lang dito, there's a Battle Strike para dun close at the distance against his edge. And the magic damage might be enough. This it will be. Dalawa na agad na napatupan nila doon. Enchantress will have to use the buyback chain stun onto this morph, but the Battle Strike just way too good.
Yung E-Blade na yan, medyo walang sense, pero he was dodging the impetus.
And now, yung barracks, napakadaling patayin dito ng ating napakalakas na morphling already. The Bloodlust as well.
27 seconds without your Slark. How do you fight? There's an Echo Slam. Pero remember, itong morphling nito, he can buy back.
Most of the members from Team Azul can easily buy back. Most of the cores, I would say. Pero dahil nga naman nakakuha na ng barracks sa baba, dito ang Team Azul, they would just transfer to the top lane.
Ember Spirit, he's trying to desperately get to level 25 for the asset.
I like this Shadow Blade though. Oh no, kaso na-reveal na siya and look at the Morphling, the control of the Morphling sa kanyang mga illusions, looking for the Shaker almost all the time para hindi siya makapag-blink. Now, this time, barracks na kanilang target and Mega Creeps incoming, tutunog na nga dito. Kuya Midnight, ang kampana ng Mega Creeps. Nahuli na naman yung Slark, di siya mapagbigay, bida, nidalivar na naman siya. What a play of course from Azul and they take out 2 already. Only 1 remaining, GG has been gone. 1-1. Ang ating score, Kuya Midnight, sabi ng Team Azul, hindi kami papatalo. Well, this time though, their draft pulled through. This time, kung ano yung promise ng draft, yun ang nakita natin, the unkillable Morphling.
Again, the idea and the execution, it was laid upon here by SIBOL Azul. Natsumi being the Morphling god as it is. Sinabi niya dito, another day at the office, tingnan naman yung reaction ko yung walang-wala lang sa kanya. Again, sinabi na kasi kanina na parang, guys, I got this on the back.
And I think na at this point, yung mga Morphling players natin kasi kabisado na niya yung mga heroes na gusto niyang kakampi. And I think that along the way, along the draft, kinuha nila yung Sand King in combination with the Morphling kasi alam nila na maganda yung combo nun. Like, there was a time where Earth Spirit was the go-to na combo na sa Morphling. This time, nakita natin Sand King din talaga, ganang-gana.
Sobrang layo kasi ng range. Even the Ember Spirit is not gonna be able to safely pressure the map. Kasi you're always scared whenever wala yung Morphling sa mapa. And it proved a lot na kabisado ng SIBOL Azul yung draft nila kanina. Kasi it looked like to be a Juggernaut game. Pero sabi nila, hindi. Natsumi, gusto mo yung Morphling. Sige, mag-Morphling na.
And don't get me wrong, I think na yung team pula, they did the best that they can, especially yung ating Ember Spirit. Alam natin that this game for the Ember Spirit is probably the worst from the start until the finish. But we saw na ginamit pa rin nila to full effect, na nagamit pa rin nila yung combo. Still good props to Team SIBOL Pula, but all over the place ang Team SIBOL Azul. Napakaganda na kanilang performance. Their draft is also very good. I think that a lot of promise for sure for this team. At mukhang napapaisip ng malupit si Coach Sandata dito.
Ano kaya nangyari?
Ano kaya nangyari doon?
Ano kaya nangyari sa morphing yan? Pero it shows a lot of promise, di ba? Kasi sinabi natin the draft is very important. Nakita naman natin na both teams, they're able to execute the draft very well. I think for SIBOL pala, they need to refine on the draft 4 kasi parang parang hindi nila masyado nire-respecto yung draft ng kalaban nila. And for SIBOL Azul, it's just a matter of realizing your proper timings. Kasi may mga times sila dito na lumalaban sila whenever there's an echo slap. And they can force it out. Like for example, yung SIBOL Pula kanina, di ba? Pero force it na Ravage at a certain part of the map na sige, kahit gamitin mo, for the next time naman, wala na. And for SIBOL Pula, for SIBOL Azul, minsan hindi nila iniisip yun. So that's something that they should look into it.
Okay guys, meron na tayong breaking news dito na the other succeeding games for today will not be broadcast sa ating screen. So, mas maganda guys. Kung gusto nyo mapanood yung mga laban na yun, pumunta kayo dito sa Ayala Mall Circuit, Makati para talaga makita nyo. And syempre, bukod dun sa fact na makita nyo yung game, makikita nyo kung paano mag-communicate yung mga players natin. Siguro may mapipick up kayo along the way. And makikita nyo rin kung paano sila gumalaw. Makikita nyo yung APM nila in action talaga.
Mabilis na daliri, no?
Mabilis talaga yan. So, we really invite you to go here sa ating event place para mas masaya tayo, mag-enjoy ng mga games natin.
Tsaka hindi lang yung enjoy, hindi lang entertainment factor, kundi yung maging part ka rin ng National Combined Pool. Kasi again, sobrang importante nito. Ito yung experience natin para makita natin yung professional players natin, their development, and as well as to show our support for the players.
I know this is a very hard question for you Midnight, pero kung ikaw, kunwari, ang coach ng ating Team SIBOL, sino na so far ang kukunin mo? After those 2 games pa lang I mean, considering outside of the game, pero so far, sino yung mga kukunin mo?
I think out of those 2 games, Natsumi is a very high priority right now on the carry role. I would use the role system dito, no? The carry role, I would give Natsumi. Off lane is Bok. Just because of the fact na ang ganda ng itemization niya and ang ganda rin ng game niya, he realizes yung mga timings, yung mga usages ng spells. For the mid lane, I would still consider, I would still debate between Theo and Mac. Kasi tinalo ni Mac. Tinalo ni, 1-1 walang sure winner eh. For pos 4, I would go for Max. Sorry, Eris.
Eris,
yeah. Eris, ang naman yung issue kanina diba? And for pos 5, actually pos 5 sa boombox na.
Really?
I would still go for Grims. Yung Winter Wyvern niya kanina.
Yeah, and I think that more maganda rin yung shot calling kasi so far nag glimpse. Pero syempre, 2 games lang naman yung basehan natin. Ang dami pang mga factors yan. We still have the courtside report for us para malaman natin kung ano talaga nangyari behind the scenes. So please, take it away.
Midnight and Wolf, kasama ko nga ngayon si Natsumi from Team SIBOL Azul. So Natsumi, natalo kayo nung first game but you were able to rally your team in the second game. Anong ginawa ninyo para manalo?
Nag-reset lang kami, tas think positive, tas nag-isip kami kung anong gawin namin sa susunod.
At yun, nakita nga natin ang effectivity nito because you came out victorious. Ngayon naman, kwentuhan mo kami, ano na ba ang nangyayari sa training camp ng SIBOL Dota 2?
Maraming kami natutunan sa coach namin sa in-game, pati na din sa outside sa game.
Finally, alam ko maraming players dito that are vying for the spot to be part of SIBOL Dota 2. So ano ang ginagawa mo para mapansin ka ng coaches?
Ginagawa ko lang yung best ko. Tsaka, yun lang. Ginagawa ko na yung best ko.
Okay, we're excited to see how your journey will go here in the Nationals. Pero bago yan, kanina nakausap ko rin si Coach Pao, which is your coach for SIBOL Dota 2, at nasabi niya kung ano ang kanyang dream team. So dito, nag-mention siya na parang when I asked him to describe his dream team, sinabi niya na gusto niya ng someone na tenacious and curious. So ano sa tingin mo ang pinakakaya mong gawin to address these traits that he's looking for?
ano, siguro mag-adapt sa mga patch sa meta, tapos manonood ng mga replay sa mga pro teams.
Okay, once again, thank you Natsumi and congratulations for winning that game. At ngayon, kanina nga nakausap ko ang coach na si Coach Pao, and he was saying that again, he was looking for someone that has tenacity and curiosity. Tenacity is very important because it's gonna be a long road till the 30th Southeast Asian Games. And on the other hand, dahil dito, gusto niya ng someone who would be able to sustain their high level of playing and someone that can able to respond to stress well. And on the other hand, curiosity naman ay important for the team that he will be selecting because he wants someone who's continuously learning and someone who's continuously improving. So Midnight and Wolf, out of the 20 players, may nakitaan na ba kayo ng traits na ito?
Thanks so much, Aileen. And well, to answer that question, I think we still have plenty of time to go pa rin naman. Well, this to the combine. Napakalaking factor ng combine. Napakalaki na pinapakita natin sa big stage yung kanilang nagagawa. Pero marami pa rin naman factors to be considered. I think before the combine, nagkaroon din ng preparation din ng mga teams natin, mga players natin. So, arguably, pwede natin sabihin na dapat in-apply din nila dito. There's still a lot to say, but still a long way to go. I think that if we are to choose the best in the business para mag-represent ang country, we will have to make the most out of the time. So it's still pretty early to decide. But how about you, Midnight? Ano masabi mo doon?
It's definitely a long process. Development doesn't, come overnight. Hindi in snap of a finger, lahat ng sinabi mo matututunan ng players. That's why we're always, they're always screaming. Talaga nagpa-practice day in, day out. And hindi tumitigil yung development process natin for the players para ma-instill sa kanila yung quality na hinaharap natin for the representatives nga natin for SIBOL. So, in the longer process talaga, ang hinahanap natin dito, agad sinabi ni Pao bago kanina, yung attitude. If you have the attitude, the time that you will take to practice, it will be something na hindi talaga kayang i-instill sa player ng kahit anong bagay. Kasi if you have a player na may tamang mindset, lahat ng ibibigay mo sa kanya, pag tinatanggap niya, it develops into something new. Na even if you're the teacher, sometimes much better pa yung matututunan ng student mo.
Exactly. If you give him the time, kung tama yung attitude niya, just give him the time, yung mga resources din ibigay mo sa kanya, for sure, that player will become the good something great. Will really represent the country. At hindi lang yan, pati rin naman sa whole team yun. Now, let's talk individual skills muna dito. I want to talk really quickly before we end. Natsumi with that play. In-interview natin siya kanina. What else can we say about that kid? How promising is his performance ba?
Again, sinabi natin kanina, di ba, mechanical skills is very important. Nakita naman natin that Natsumi is very capable. Pero is young. Andun pa yung mga lacking department sa in terms of professional play, like for example, not respecting the echo slam, not respecting his positioning, and even though it was an easy morphling game for him, may igaganda pa yun. It was not the best morphing game for him.
Yeah. Well, napakarami na nga nangyari for that series, but still have tomorrow. Doon na nga natin makita yung ating combination of the combine, and I do hope na you will still join us for tomorrow. For today, meron pa rin tayong last series, that's StarCraft, but for the rest of the Dota 2, mukhang dito muna kami mag-i-end. Maraming salamat, Midnight, and of course sa mga courtside reporters natin. My name is Wolf. Signing off muna. We're gonna hop into a very quick break. When we come back, it's gonna be StarCraft 2. So, yung alis, ibabalik ang SIBOL Combine.
Tulong! Saan na kayo?
Teka. Nasaan na ba ako? Sorry, hindi ko nakita yung pupuntahan ko.
Poor eyesight leads to poor performance. Go to EO Executive Optical for state-of-the-art facilities, expert eye care, and affordable eyewear.
Patapos na to. Relax na lang kayo dyan.
This one! May magic ba yung salamin mo?
EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
love playing games, and you're always hunting for the best deals. Now you can get more back just from the way you pay. Introducing Razor Gold, the virtual credit for games and entertainment that rewards you back. With Razor Gold, you get to enjoy